Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. I want to check something out real quick. I'm gonna see if this works. Let's see. Is it gonna let me give the thing? Can I gift out the... Do I qualify for those free membership thingies? Well, I don't know if I can gift it from here. Okay, from YouTube Studio doesn't look like I can gift anything. Let's see if I just go to the live stream itself from a different section. Don't mind me. And which 2 days out of Avalon, I never left. I was with Gareth and Percival during like the past 2 days. Yeah, it's been fine. Everything's fine. Everyone's fine. Everyone's happy and well, clearly. Totally, yes indeed. And let me click on this again. Boop. Yeah. No ad. Now will it let me... Oh, from here. Now I... Actually, wait. Can I? Is it gonna do the thing? Okay. Let me see if I can do the thing. Yes, I can! Oh, I can gift them. I have to be inside... I have to be in the video and not from the YouTube studio. Okay, I see. I understand. Okay, let me see if I can... What happens if I do this? Loading? What you mean, loading? It worked! Oh, sweet! Foo. Ooh. You know, I might as well gift the other one right now, too, because why not? Before I forget... If it's gonna let me gift 10 a month, boop. Yay, it's working. Come on, load. Yay. Sweet. Okay, I'm satisfied. I'm happy that works. I like that. That is a really, really nice quality of a life improvement. Yeah, that is very, very satisfying. Hi. And now it's back to Avalon, where, you know, Pepe and Gareth decided to take a break from here. Yeah, totally, that's what happened. They're fine. Sobs. Now, section 23, Eve of the Decisive Battle, number 2. No fear. There is no fear here. Like, what's the worst that can happen? No, I should never say that. Back to the throne room.
I have a report to make, Queen Morgan. Tamlin Bargus and Tamlin Lancelot have finished arranging their formations at Camelot's ramparts. Lady Aurora of the Wind Clan has assembled an army and departed from Salisbury. They should arrive at Camelot's west gate tomorrow. Lord Spriggan of the Earth Clan is already here, along with his private company of soldiers. Lady Murian of the Wind Clan has sided with the Child of Prophecy and refused your summons. Of our 105 royal knights stationed around Britain, 80 have returned to Camelot, while 25 remain in their respective territories after refusing your summons.
Not even all the knights are here? I can't believe there are defectors in the Queen's own army. Doesn't this mean Camelot's forces are outnumbered now? Not to mention all the bells of pilgrimage have been rung. They say the Child of Prophecy's magical energy is now the equal of Her Majesty's. And the foreign mage is said to command ghosts whose power rivals even our knights. Hello, konnichiwa. What do you think we should do? Maybe it's not too late to change sides ourselves. No, it's okay. We have nothing to fear as long as we have the Tamlin.
She may have been defeated, but Bargus is still as strong as ever. They'll never get through the main gate with her around.
Humph.
Aurora says she'll be late too. Aurora says she'll be late, does she? Precisely the sort of trickery I expect from her. Tell Bargus she needn't bother opening the west gate. But your majesty, that would mean...
Do not make me repeat myself.
Your majesty, what would you have us do with the knights who refuse your summons?
If you like to have them branded traitors,
we'd be happy to go confiscate their territories. That will not be necessary. I have already disposed of those who refused my summons personally.
Ooh, hello, what's going on? Well, we're preparing for the decisive battle.
The very act of weighing me against the child of prophecy is itself blasphemy and punishable by death.
She killed knights all across the land in a single night?
How?
They may not compare to the Tamlin, but a single one of the Queen's knights is still the equal of 1,000 ordinary soldiers, and she killed 25 of them all by herself?
Silence, you dithering idiot. I did not summon my knights here because I require their aid. I merely offered them a chance to demonstrate their loyalty. Camelot will never fall, no matter what the rebel army may attempt. In my estimation, they are no greater than a threat than the 8th calamity. I can handle them alone easily. And the child of prophecy is a fool for thinking she can match me merely by ringing the bells of pilgrimage. How many times does she think I've completed the very same pilgrimage? One such journey does not give her power enough to match even my little finger.
What was that? Did Her Majesty just admit to undergoing the pilgrimage herself? Does it mean the rumors are true? Is High Queen Morgan actually a fairy of paradise?
Your Majesty, please, forgive my interruption. We have just received a call from Lady Knocknare of the King Clan's mirror. Shall I answer it? Yes. Bring me the mirror. At once, Your Majesty. Spatial mirror to me.
I'm curious too how the calamities rank. Good day, Queen Morgan. It is I, Knocknare, descendant of the Northern Fairies. First, I must offer an apology in regards to your recent request. I'm afraid I was unable to dispose of the Child of Prophecy as you instructed me. Following a fair and honorable duel, the Child of Prophecy and I have become close friends. I do hope you can forgive me for failing to do as you commanded. Not that I expect a frigid bitch like you ever thought I would to begin with, since you don't trust anyone.
Why that little? How dare the northern barbarian speak to Her Majesty that way?
Oh, but I do bring you some glad tidings, Queen Morgan. Allow me to offer my congratulations. At long last, you're going to be free from the burden of ruling over Britain. For too long, you've been sucking us dry with your command spells, and been woefully inadequate with your responses to the great calamities. So long as you remain on the throne, Britain has no future. And above all, I'm the rightful heir to the throne as granted to me by my predecessor, Queen Mab. It's time for you to retire, Morgan. We can't trust you with Britain any longer. As Knocknare, the rightful Queen of Britain, I offer Camelot's current administration an opportunity to surrender. If you refuse to peacefully hand over your castle by tomorrow morning, I'll come take it by force. Your treaty with my predecessor, the past queen, is now null and void. Prepare yourself, Morgan Le Fay. This is a declaration of war for the child of the Queen and the Child of Prophecy. Oh my, it is definitely official now. Back to the Northern Plains. One and a half days after the attack on Londinium, the evening of the 44th day in Britain. We've been here for a while. There. That's the declaration of war taken care of. We've established that we are in the right. You declared war as soon as the Round Table army arrived? Aren't you supposed to declare war before giving the enemy a chance to surrender? I mean, you declared the war as soon as the Round Table army arrived? We'll be fine. We're all set to merge our forces. All we have to do now is organize a chain of command overnight.
So the fighting begins tomorrow morning. Assuming that we'll need to organize new formations for our armies anyway. How should we go about our siege? It doesn't look as though the Queen's army would try to attack us out here in the open.
Nope. The fact that there aren't any troops out on the plains already means that they're definitely just focusing on shoring up their defenses. Good thing for us too, since that let the Round Table army get here from Oxford today.
So it's finally time to bring down the big castle, huh? Which gate do we take? Main, west, or east? Just the main gate. That's what Nobunaga put together her giant corps for. After we smash the main gate, the Northern Fairy Army and the Round Table Army will occupy the castle town. Personally, I'd rather wait to do that until after we've seized control of the castle itself, but...
I already told you, no way. I want to keep my new castle in pristine condition. Especially the throne. Even if we succeed at defeating Morgan, it won't mean anything if we destroy the throne in the process. Is there something special about that throne? It does look fancy. No, not really. I just plan to get a lot of use out of it once it's mine. Don't you think you're getting ahead of yourself? We haven't even started fighting yet, let alone won. I'd worry about yourself more than me. Never mind the castle town. You guys are going to have the hardest time of all once you're inside the castle itself. Morgan is going to come straight for you and Misaki. If either of you dies, that'll pretty much put paid to Einzel's prophecy. If that happens, the Round Table Army's morale will crumble, and me and my army will be the only ones to survive.
Yes, that's a good point. Should we have Artori and Misaki stay behind then? Not an option. We'll never break through the main gate without the Fairy of Paradise's protection. Especially with Vargas and Lancelot standing in our way. Artori, Mash, and Misaki are the only ones who can hold their own against those two. You three will need to be in the vanguard the whole time. First the gate, then the city, then the castle. Got it?
Nod. Soon I'll be back in that throne room again. I want to punch Beryl. What is it, Nobunaga? What's with the sigh? If you've got something to say, now's the time to say it. You won't get another chance before tomorrow night. No, I don't have anything particular to say. All that matters is the dashing figure I'll cut tomorrow. Make sure you pay more attention to me than Artori and Misaki. See for yourself which of us is the better fairy to rule Britain. Hi. Just make sure you don't spend so much time trying to look good that you slip off one of those high places you love. What a cruel joke it would be if you helped us win this war, only to immediately fall to your death afterwards. As if I'd ever die in a dumb accident like that. Besides, I'm immortal as long as I have my Northern Army.
Well, what do you know? I thought you'd be in a foul mood once the Round Table Army joined us. But you're more fired up than ever. Guess having your rival and your mates here was just the motivator you needed.
Pretty much. Neither of them belong to me just yet, but you can definitely never have too many rewards. And yes, fancy kanji. The only kanjis that I could read are Nihongo. Which is why we need to cover every possible angle in this strategy meeting. Artoria, the Child of Prophecy. Percival, Commander of the Round Table Army. Grimmer, Magecraft Advisor to the Northern Army. Da Vinci, Sage of the Outside World. You four stay here with me. Muramasa, Misaki, you're dismissed. There's a tent set up for you at our campsite. Go rest up for tomorrow. You want me here too? Well, okay. I guess I can offer my opinion as a representative of Chaldea and proper human history. Don't worry about me, Misaki. Take advantage of this chance to rest. I'll go over what we cover here with you later. Give Mash my best. Got it. I'll let Oberon know as well, then. Are you gonna be okay on your own, Artoria? You okay, girl? I'll be fine. Nobunaga may be running the show, but I'll keep her in line if she starts getting carried away. Besides, with Percival here, I'm sure we can figure out a strategy that both of our forces can agree to. Welcome back, Master. How did the strategy meeting with the Round Table Army and the Northern Army go? Well, long story short, well, after Naknare went and declared war on Morgan, yada yada yada, yada yada. And I know, right, Da Vinci's adorable. I see. So Naknare said that this will be a battle between two opposing nations. And since the general plan of attack for the castle is decided, now they just need to hammer out the particulars? You got it! Yup, the final battle begins tomorrow morning. Our goals are to obtain Rongominiad and to stop the British Lost Belt's collapse from engulfing the world. I know we need to defeat Queen Morgan to achieve both of those goals, but... do you think you can fight her? If we could settle this peacefully, I'd do that in a heartbeat. But Queen Morgan has been ruling Britain the way she believes is right for 2,000 years. Words won't change her mind, especially since that's not how she wants to be persuaded. She'll only change her mind when she's been defeated by a power greater than her own. She said if you want to make your dreams come true, you need to prove that you're strong enough to do so. That's Ace the Savior as I knew her. She was always severe like that. So knowing Ace is actually making her more willing to fight in this case. What about you, Senpai? I know this battle will determine the future of Britain. But I also know it's been 44 days since we left the storm border, and we're approaching our deadline. We don't necessarily have to take part in this battle to complete our mission. We could always sneak into Camelot while the Round Table Army and the Queen's Army are fighting each other, and acquire Rongominiad that way. If Holmes were here, he'd probably suggest we do just that. No, I'm gonna fight, and I'm gonna punch Beryl in his gut. And his face. I already promised Artori I'd help her. My mind is already made up. I made a promise. Right. Running away was never an option. We have a responsibility as humans from proper human history, who've already overthrown many lost belts. And we have Hope as the Child of Prophecy's companions, who have been with her on her journey. If we're going to fight Queen Morgan for the future of this beautiful land, those are the two things we need to hold on to. Sounds good, Mash. More talking. Oh, it's nighttime. Am I gonna rest?
Oh, hey there, Misaki. Out for a walk? We wrapped up the strategy meeting a little while ago. All that's left now is to wait for tomorrow's morning. You and Mash are the key to our assault team, so make sure you memorize the layout of each of the castle before you turn in.
Oh no, I cannot memorize that, my dude. My sense of direction is poo. Even if in theory I should know where I'm going, I will get lost. Here, Nocturne drew this map of the castle town. Remember how tall its buildings were when we went for that audience? That's why you've got to watch your steps so you don't get lost. Especially since I won't be there to help you out this time. You're not gonna fight with us, Habitrot? I'll stick with you guys until you get back to... the storm border, was it? But I'm not going to fight Morgan. I'm going to see how things play out here. That said, if you're going to fight her, I'd like you to take her on and give her such a beating, she'll have no choice but to admit she's outclassed. She's a really sore loser, so she'll never admit defeat otherwise. How about you, Grimmer? You gonna join them in the war?
Well, yeah, honestly, I don't care which side wins, but I am gonna keep Artoria alive. My goal is to ensure the Fairy of Paradise fulfills her duty. As long as Artoria stays alive, we can always try again, even if she doesn't defeat Morgan tomorrow.
Artoria will win! Hey, the prophecy said she'd be the true king, remember? She will win! I have these delicious stones to eat if she goes poof during the fight. Oh yeah, Einzel's prophecy did say something about that, didn't it? Chosen by the staff of selection, the savior, guarded by travelers from afar, shall reach the throne. The true king shall arrive at the throne. Accept now this bloodied crown. Ring, ring, like raging thunder, like weeping flame, let us hearken to the 6 bells ringing. So far, everything's played out just as it said. Artoria rang the 6 bells, has a foreign mage watching out for her, and tomorrow, she'll be within arm's reach of the throne. As far as I can tell, her and Morgan's spirit origins are evenly matched, and their support teams are too. So it will all come down to tomorrow. That said, I really don't like the image of a bloodied crown. It's gotta be talking about Morgan's blood staining the crown after her defeat, right? Damn it, Ensue. Couldn't you have chosen better imagery for the Child of Prophecy's victory? I mean, it probably also means that Morgan's been squeezing Britain hard for a long time now, but still.
Oh right, Misaki. Could you give Percival a message for me? I'm happy to inscribe runes in the Round Table Army's shields too, but I've got my limits just like anyone else. So tell him to gather his 100 best soldiers and have them see me. You'll find him in the officer's tent.
Got it. Play nice with Habitat. Thanks. Keep an eye on Habitat while I'm away. Got it. Play nice with her now.
No problem. We've known each other since the first Grimmer after all. Don't worry. I'll make sure she doesn't push herself too hard again.
You better. There's one thing in this world that no one can do anything about. Love. Bards have long sung of love. They've called it fate, joy, and even death. In their songs, those without love are, in a sense, blessed, and those with it are, in a sense, discontent. When I was a young child, I didn't know what they meant. I believed love was simple, and merely loving and being loved was enough to be happy. When I was bought from the ranch, I was taken to a dazzlingly beautiful city. I grew up in one of their educational facilities with the other children who'd been purchased like I was. I wanted for nothing. They said a fairy built the whole place on a whim. What if we tried raising them ourselves? Had been the question they asked. The result was a rearing house not meant to raise Tamlin, but human knights. It was run by the head of the Fan Clan, though they said he didn't choose to do it. He only came to see us a few times, but whenever he did, he told the children the same thing.
I bought all the children born that year. There are no other candidates to be found. If none of you show any promise by the time you grow up, this venture will be considered a failure. I know life isn't easy here, but do the best you can.
He wasn't the most delicate of men, but he wasn't cruel or heartless either.
Why did I go to the restaurant business? Well, I suppose I can tell you. We Fan Clan fairies are wild by nature. Once we go into a frenzy, nothing can stop us. That's why once we committed a grave sin, we wiped out an entire clan for the smallest of reasons. So the Fan Clan needs to learn etiquette, good taste, and moderation. We're better off as vegetarians and carnivores. That won't make up for our past sins, of course, but I want to at least try to ensure that we don't repeat them.
I couldn't respect him, but I didn't hate him either. If nothing else, at least he had a conscience. Our days of training continued. Over time, more of the children failed to make the cut and were given to other fairies as slaves. The only reason I lasted is because I was lucky enough to be born with a strong constitution and... That's it. See how your left arm got hot just now? That's your magical circuit. It's one of your gifts, Percival. Even humans can generate magical energy. From there, it all depends on how you use it. Go on, try to copy me. Because I had the strongest, gentlest knight of the lake in all of Britain with me. It's okay. There's no need to be hasty. I'm here for you, Percival. Woodwolves won't come here anymore. The adventure has been shut down. So you have all the time in the world to grow up. Please don't be reckless. Please don't get hurt. Please don't do anything fun without me either. You're my first student, my first child, my first brother, my first friend. Ah, my dear Percival, may you grow up healthy and strong. That was the love I knew back then. Just being in love was all I needed. And being able to meet her expectations was the greatest happiness I had known. But as I grew older, every year I saw a little more of the world. Bit by bit, I began to see what I didn't as a child. Listen, Melusine. It's terrible, just terrible. After all the work we all put together, and after all the work we put into the manor, those Bones people just keep messing with it. I understand their confidence, since their own manor is doing so well. But lately, they've been baselessly slandering ours almost non-stop, and they're even harassing the humans who work there. I'm afraid, you know how rough they can be, right? If they did anything to the humans. Just thinking about it turns my knees to jelly. Tell me, are my wings still glistening? Of course, it's okay. Don't worry. I'll take care of everything. The love she knew, the love she'd been given, wasn't love at all. It was merely affection. Love was destiny, joy, death, a curse she was powerless against. I knew, even then, I knew that it was all wrong. But love distorts our good sense. It makes fools of the wise, and good people do evil things. It causes beauty to lose its true form. Even though she knew she was only being used, she still clung to that love. Even as it stole the happiness she would have known, she should have known, and the future she should have enjoyed. That day, I heard a cry of grief that tore at my very soul. It was the night I broke the rules and rushed back to the cathedral to tell her I'd been awarded the Spear of Selection. That was when I saw her lost in despair at her own foolishness. I couldn't help her or even say anything to her. I was still only 10 years old at that time. That's why I wanted to grow up as quickly as I could. I was sure that once I grew up, I'd know how to free her from that horrible curse. That's right. I'm going to save her, I swear it. I don't deserve any praise for becoming the commander of the Round Table Army. I only want to defeat the Queen to set her free. I never had any intention of fighting for all of Britain. I only wanted one thing, no matter how selfish a love that drives that want may be. I'm not sure how old Percival is at this point, but dang, since the age of 10, he's like, I have a goal now.
I know, Gareth. I'm not a child anymore. I will see that your lance finds her. It's the least I can do to make your wish to protect Britain come true.
Excuse me. Are you here, Percival? Hey there.
Oh, hello, Misaki. Something I can do for you?
Hi, what did you miss? Percival's backstory.
You have a message from Grimmer. I see. 100 of my best soldiers, huh? I'll go round them up right away. Thanks for telling me.
Is everything okay? Are you alright, Percival? Thinking about your past ever since he was 10 years old. I'm gonna assume that Melusine's curse was her becoming maybe her becoming a Tamlin, which would be kind of funny. He's like, she's crying because she got a job. I will free her from her curse, aka work. Like, honestly, that's understandable if that was the case. Work causes lots of frustration after all. But yeah, Percival, are you alright?
That obvious, huh? It's true. I got scolded for spacing out in the strategy meeting too. But it's okay. I know what I need to do now, and I've made my peace with it. I'm Percival of the Round Table Army now. I have things worth fighting for and wishes of my own. Now, I'm only going to fight for what is right. Please let Artoria know that too. I think she probably saw right through me at that meeting earlier.
Right, so Percival really is... What?
Tomorrow, we face High Queen Morgan. I know we're going to have to fight Lancelot as well, so I ask that you let me handle her myself, as the commander of the Round Table Army. I may not be able to defeat her, but I swear to at least keep her busy until the battle is over.
Are you sure you want to do that, Percival?
I am. Artoria and Knocknari are the main actors in this battle, and the prophecy didn't say anything about me anyway. This just goes to show that I didn't know what love was when I was a child.
Percival, what is love? Wow, even more talking. Amazing. Hi. Just you two here? Where's Artoria? Just you two here?
Artoria was here just a moment ago. She said she was gonna take a walk outside the camp and to get some night air.
Sure, it's a little reckless of her to go on her own right before the big battle. But she's strong enough now that she'll be fine even if one of the Tamlin were to attack her. The real problem is whatever made her want to go outside. Maybe she's tired from being around all these people?
Well, you know, she's always had a tough time with crowds. Well, with fairies, really. Not that she's much better with humans either.
I'm not so sure. Maybe it's because she can tell when someone is lying. I'm not so sure. Is that how Artoria comes across to you, Muramasa? I guess she can be a little awkward. But I think that's just because she tends to be a people pleaser. I'll take that over arrogance any day of the week. Especially since, you know, just between us, Artoria's kind of scary strong now. Like, Lost Belt King level strong. If she ever went nuts and turned evil, we wouldn't stand a chance against her. Just so you know, Muramasa, if things ever come to that, we won't think twice about sacrificing you so the rest of us can escape.
If that happens, you and me'll both be taking a trip across the Sanzu River. And I'm sure not gonna help you out there.
I love how Da Vinci's gonna just sacrifice Gramps.
Gotta say though, you never know what life or materialization has in store. I was planning to head back to the foreign god as soon as I'd work off what my life's worth. But this job turned out to be a whole lot longer than I expected. One thing led to another, and the next thing I knew, we were only half a day away from attacking Camelot. And I'm gonna be doing it together with the Master of Chaldea too. Who'd thunk?
You know, now that you mention it, it really is a hell of a situation we find ourselves in. I can only imagine the headaches Director Gordolf must be getting when he reads my report. I don't suppose you're willing to join us officially, would you?
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Wait, could you actually do that? Let me summon you next time, Gramps.
Sure I could. All the foreign god did was summon servants and give them jobs. Said we have no reason to defy her since we've been handpicked by the strongest being in the world, so she knew we would never betray her. She still doesn't get the idea that some people are better fits for certain jobs than others, or that they might have actual preferences of their own. She just takes a pro and a con approach to everything, though I guess that aspect might be different now. But I think I'll let another version of me handle that discussion. This time, it just wasn't in the cards.
Damn, that's too bad.
I know. Make sure you hang on to that feeling though. I could tell there was no lie or zealousness to what you said. The only reason Artoria's made it this far is because of how honest you are with yourself.
Come on, Gramps, I still want you to join me. Think of Onui and Tasuke. Phew, I'm exhausted. I can't believe Nocnari actually wrote up orders for each and every soldier. Squad leaders are supposed to handle that kind of thing. I guess all that mental labor tends to fall on the few who can handle it, since most northern fairies don't think about complicated things. Still, thanks to that, they're all honest and trustworthy, and they're all very loyal to Nocnari. Now that the Round Table army is regrouped too, the battle tomorrow should
play out just like the prophecy said. Morgan will be defeated without a single casualty. The pilgrimage went great. None of your traveling companions drop out along the way. And the rebel army is in great shape. There's not a single soldier keeping secrets, just like in the Queen's army. All signs are pointing to a happily ever after, right, Artoria? I see, you're still hung up on Gareth, but remember, the prophecy predicted all that. The round fortress shall burn, and the bell of water shall appear. What happened to her wasn't your fault, and she didn't desert you either. That was her fate.
Is that really what you think?
Of course it is. Besides, Gareth wouldn't want us to be sad about her being gone.
I don't mean her. I mean what you said about there not being a single casualty. The truth is, you think our chances of winning are slim, that the Round Table army is going to be slaughtered, and the humans will be the first to die. And yet you're trying to comfort me by telling me there won't be any casualties. Then there's what you said about no one hiding anything, just like the Queen's army. Be honest, Oberon. You've actually known Nocturne for a long time now, right? But you pretended that you'd never met her before when she captured us after her audience with Morgan.
It's true, I have. But if you'd known Nocturne and I were friends, you never would have trusted me, would you?
That's not all of it. When we saw a match for the first time back in Norwich. That's MASH!
That's MASH?
You already knew who MASH was, but you pretended not to. You also knew that she was in Sheffield, but you didn't tell us. You kept it from Misaki so she wouldn't go looking for her there.
I did. I wanted Misaki to work with the Child of Prophecy of her own volition. Not because Chaldea ordered her to. I admit, it was dishonest of me. As powerful as a Tamlin as MASH was, it was still dangerous for her to be up north by herself.
And then there's...
Yes?
There's darkness.
You could say one of the reasons I'm so overly invested in Britain's welfare is their kindness. Who says they're worthless or incapable of doing anything? They might be powerless, but they were the only ones who cared for me. So of course I have to do everything I can to pay them back. That's why I care so much about taking Morgan down.
And then there's the fact that you were gone on the morning of our battle with Woodrose's army. We only won because the Queen's reinforcements never showed up. And that only happened because you did something to stop them. You always seem so honest and sincere, but you never tell the truth. You never tell anyone what you're really thinking. Why is that? Why do you keep lying to us? Do you actually want to defeat Morgan?
Of course I do. There's not a fairy in Britain who's worked harder to bring her down than I have. I want to destroy her fairy Britain with every fiber of my being. If that means I have to lie, then I'll lie. Besides, I'm not the only liar here, Artoria.
I don't feel tension between their conversation. To me, it's pretty chill.
You haven't been truthful about why you've come this far. Your true motive has nothing to do with saving Britain. And I'm not the only one who's figured that out. Misaki is catching on too. You haven't been fighting for humans or even other fairies, not for 1 second. Your true motivation lies elsewhere. You just refuse to talk about it.
What are you saying? That's ridiculous. I'm the Fairy of Paradise. I was sent here to save Britain.
That's your guilt talking, not you. And what exactly does it mean to save Britain, do you think? Do you know what Muramasa once said? He said that every fairy is seeking absolution, that every last one of them yearns for death. He said that, deep down, that's what every fairy in every town we've been to secretly wants.
Muramasa said that?
He doesn't have fey eyes like we do, but he must be pretty sensitive to the pain people carry in their hearts. That's why you're still conflicted about it, isn't it, Artoria? You don't talk about things like that because you know it wouldn't change anything. It's the same with me. I'll do whatever it takes to defeat Morgan, whether I like it or not. So why don't we leave it at that for now? Tomorrow's our last battle. I'm sure there'll be a time when you can come clean about what you're really thinking. That's what this whole pilgrimage was for, right? And hey, who knows? Once you come clean, you might just find that nobody thinks it's a big deal anyway.
Who does have them fey eyes? Even more talking. I don't find Oberon and Artoria not talking about like their true feelings to be like a bad thing really though. Like if they don't want to share, they don't want to share.
It seems Nocturne's army and the Round Table army have rendezvoused. I still can't quite believe Her Majesty didn't even try to stop them. It's one thing to give your enemy a fighting chance, but this is far too generous. Between the Child of Prophecy's protection and the King Clan's fatal main, our forces should be evenly matched. I'm sure Her Majesty means to crush them, but there's still a chance they could get lucky.
If our forces are evenly matched, then there's no chance of them winning as long as you and I are here. The two of us alone could end this right now, whether the High Queen is here or not. I could destroy Nocturne's army on my own, and you could do the same for the Round Table army. We're already being nice by giving them till morning. There's no sense beating them on their terms. The only ones we need to be wary of are the foreign mage, Galahad, the two servants, and Percival. But I can handle all of them on my own too. They're all fairly good fighters, but none of them can match me in the air. The only fairies who could fight me on even terms are High Queen Morgan, or you in a larger form. If I were in their shoes, I'd want at least twice the forces they have now before challenging Camelot. But unfortunately for them, the soldiers from Salisbury coming to join them have only just crossed the Western Plains. Ooh, hello. The Fan Clan might have helped tip the scales if they'd gone over to their side, but they're nowhere to be seen lately. They don't have a chance. The rebel army dies here. Ensue's prophecy will never come to pass. Assuming they don't secretly have a unit equivalent to one of us Tamlin on their side.
Indeed. As long as they lack a Tamlin of their own, they won't stand a chance.
Her Majesty ordered me to only kill the soldiers that make their way into the castle town. So I'm going to patrol the air and take care of any soldiers that try to get past the ramparts. The knights Her Majesty has stationed in town will never get a chance to fight. And of course, they'll never get through the main gate, not with you guarding it. Part of me feels a little bad for crushing them so thoroughly, but there's no escaping reality. Fairy Britain's last war will end with a whimper. There won't be so much as a single surprise.
The last war? True. I doubt there will ever be another rebellion of this size. But the calamities will not end here, and Her Majesty has no intention of stopping the Great Calamity. Our victory here won't do anything to stop most of Britain's fairies from dying. Do you not think that's sad? Does it not make you question the point of winning this battle?
I'm surprised to hear that from you, Barghest. I didn't think that you thought about these kinds of things. Woodwell said that fighting is the Fan Clan's instinctual drive, and pitting themselves against powerful foes their greatest pleasure.
There is truth to that. I won't deny that there is a part of me that's a little different from a blood-starved beast, too. The one thing Balban Sith and I have in common is that I, too, cannot help myself from dominating the weak. But that is my own personal issue, not one that affects all of Britain.
I see. You did become a Tamlin to protect Britain, didn't you? I'm afraid I don't share your aspirations, though. The name Her Majesty gifted me is a hindrance, not a help. I'm an airborne fighter, not a knight. Human swordplay only slows me down. I accepted this name in spite of that to remain as Lancelot. I think it was about 100 years ago when my body began showing signs of anomalies. My love for her maintained my form up until then, but even that couldn't last forever. Her Majesty saved me from that fate. Without this Tamlin name, I would have reverted back to my old self. I don't serve Her Majesty for Britain's sake. I serve her to preserve this form. That's why I don't quite understand what you're talking about. No, that's not true. I do understand. I've just chosen not to think about it. Because I have something else I care about more.
Something you care about more than Britain, I do too, as a matter of fact. I at least want Adonis to live out his natural life.
I doubt you have anything like that yourself, though. That's why I envy you. High Queen Morgan has no love in her, but she does trust you implicitly. She'll always send for you no matter how many times you fail her. No wonder Woodwells was jealous of you.
No love, Her Majesty? No, I suppose you're right. She has always and only ever loved this land. I owe Her Majesty a debt as well. I wouldn't be here today without my gifted name. Her grace made me who I am. Even if she only offered it to control me, a debt is still a debt. However, I cannot repay that debt any further. I have to protect Britain's future, and his.
That's so cute! It's nighttime now. Could somebody turn on the light? I have to get to the ball. I had to put on my beautiful dress. Hello? Is anybody there? Forgive me. Forgive me, Mother. It wasn't my fault. I didn't want to do it. But my lord said he wanted to see what moving corpses are like. So I sucked the blood from one. Just one. But my lord was so taken with them that he had me make lots more in the basement. Of course, they were going to overrun everything. Of course they were going to. Help, help, somebody please, help them. I'm hopeless on my own. I've never been good on my own. I've never had anything of my own. That's why nobody ever helped me. I have no power, no special skills, no friends. If Mother abandons me too, then I won't have anything at all. Sorry, Balban Sith.
There she goes again. Finally, looks like Tamlin Tristan's not long for this world, finally. She lost her Tamlin name when the Child of Prophecy defeated her. Then Beryl Gut disappeared. And now she's finally exhausted Her Majesty's patience too. We're to seal her door up with wax tomorrow. Probably too much trouble to even execute her. Now she'll fade away with no one ever knowing what became of her. What's wrong with that? Sounds like a fitting end for the most hated figure in all of Britain. Remember how many fairies she killed? Hell, I'd offer myself if I could get away with it. Don't bother. She's rotted so much she can barely move now anyway. She'll die soon enough on her own. Hell, you might even get cursed too if you get too close to her. If ever someone weren't worth killing, it's her. Heh, you said it. At least once she's gone, Her Majesty ought to go back to being. Who goes there? The High Queen gave strict orders not to let anyone. Oh, if it isn't Lord. I was told there would be guards here. I hate to do that to them while they couldn't be getting paid much. But from the looks of it, I'm sure the next generations will show up soon enough. I got the key from them. Shall I open the door? Of course, apparently she's bedridden now, so do be gentle with her. But don't be afraid to get rough if she acts up. We don't have any time to waste.
Spriggan, what you doing, bro?
Yes, sir. Come on, let's go. Not with killing, That's just the sort of thing I'd expect such a vulgar lot to say. Really, most things aren't worth anything. The question is whether they're worth keeping or best thrown away. Prices are something we set for ourselves. Even the worst piece of junk can still have its uses. I have to make certain. I have to ask her. Majesty, High Queen Morgan. It can't be. That can't be right.
Oh, how wonderful. How good to see that you're still alive and resolute as ever. I couldn't believe my ears when Spriggan asked me to take you in. But, teehee, it looks like you really did survive. Coral, do treat his wounds, won't you? Use the best magical powder we have.
Thank you, Aurora. You really are a beautiful fairy. I'm sorry I doubted you, even for a moment.
It's no use. His chest wound refuses to close. Not even the magical powder can help him now. Besides, the Round Table Army won. Wouldn't it be, well, dangerous to harbor Lord Woodwose now? We mustn't give up. We'll gather all the medicine in town if we have to. It doesn't matter which army won that battle. Now that the battle is over, we can't let him die. He's the proud head of the Fang clan after all. He's kept Britain alive. He's kept Britain safe for thousands of years. Hundreds of years. He doesn't deserve to die so miserably.
Aurora, how could I have been so foolish? If I'd only heard your voice to begin with.
Now, don't try to talk, Woodwoes. You need to conserve your strength. I can hardly believe it. I wanted to dismiss what all the fairies have been saying about Her Majesty cutting the Fan Clan loose as mere rumor, but...
Rumor? What rumor? What did the High Queen do to us, Aurora?
Oh, poor Woodwoes. Then you really didn't know, did you? The Queen never did send you any reinforcements. She hates the Fan Clan for how many humans they consume, and meant for both sides to fall in that battle. Her Majesty only trusts the Tamlin now. That's why she didn't even send anyone to look for your body. It pains me to say this, but... she abandoned you and your Fan Clan, Woodwoes. She thinks you're nothing more than old guard dogs who've outlived their usefulness. Aurora really knows how to play Woodwoes. Dang, Aurora.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I won't believe it. Majesty, your Majesty. That can't be true. It can't. The Fan Clan's loyalty, our devotion. It must have meant something to you, right? I have to find out. I have to. Even if I have to kill her to do it.
Woodwoes is gonna fall for Aurora's words no matter what. Aurora, you scary.
Oh, I know we're not far from the camp, but you still shouldn't be walking around on your own. What's wrong? So nervous you couldn't fall asleep?
I could ask the same of you, Oberon. What are you doing here?
Artoria seemed like she still had some doubts, so I thought I should go check in on her. Our armies might be evenly matched, but they've still got the Tamlin on their side. If we give them so much as a centimeter, we're done for. So I gave her a little pep talk. I said, hey Artoria, know what King Arthur really means? It means King of Bears. And boy, was she surprised.
Yeah, I can just imagine. I see it all too well. Yeah, I can just imagine.
You know how competitive she is, right? Lighting a fire under her works better than trying to get her to see reason. In just a few hours, the veil of night will be lifted. The final battle will begin when the morning larks sing.
I like how they tell me to rest, but I'm staying up all night, as one do.
At this point, I've done everything I possibly can. Though I can't say I don't have any regrets. I've been flying around this way and that, looking for something. But I can't look anymore, I'm out of time.
What was it that you're looking for again? Even though you said it doesn't exist here, you're looking for your lady friend, right?
You think just because something doesn't exist means people don't look for it? You've got it all wrong, Misaki. We search because they don't exist. We can't help but seek what can never be.
Ah, yes. Like the love of gacha. I will seek them awesome SSR luck.
That's what my queen, Titania, is to me. She's no different than the stars twinkling in the sky. Because no matter how hard we try, those of us here on Earth would never have one for ourselves. But we can talk about me some other time. Truth be told, I'm not used to being open about my feelings.
Me too, Oberon. Yo, you just like me for real, for real.
For now, you should head back to the tent and rest up. If you're having trouble sleeping, I can always sprinkle you with a bit of sleeping powder.
Ah, yes. Same. Like me and the money in my bank account too for that. Ouch.
I may not be much good at fighting, but when it comes to putting people to sleep, not even Merlin the Incubus could beat me.
This might just be my imagination, but...
What's up?
It seems like your owl is angry. Yo, me too!
Yes, I suppose I kind of am. Truth to tell, I've been a little upset ever since I heard you have all been going around erasing lost belts. Not at you understand. More at those who will learn the stories later. I know it can't be helped, of course. Every event ends up just as a story to the people who weren't involved in it. Decades after your adventure is over, it'll all be written up in some report. Those who read it won't think of it as anything more than a lesson to be learned. That's what I can't stand. Half of Oberon the Fairy King was born from a story after all. That's why my feelings are split right down the middle. As a heroic spirit of proper human history, part of me wants to see Britain restored to its rightful state. Being a fictional character myself, part of me wants to let the story continue.
I can see Oberon as a kindred spirit, especially with the broke part. Just kidding, just kidding. I do not owe anyone money. I think I don't. If anything, it's probably family that I might owe. But that doesn't count too much, I think. Maybe, just maybe.
And that's hard to reconcile with the rest of me. I'm okay with excising Lost Belt to bring back proper human history. We wouldn't exist if not for the latter. But the idea of those Lost Belts being neglected and forgotten in the future still hits me hard. I don't want them to be thought of as things that deserve to disappear. I want people to understand that even if they were cut off before their time, their existence still had meaning.
That $200 you lent me the other day, no worries, I gave it back. The Monopoly money, right? No worries, I doubled it.
Then again, maybe I only feel that way because I'm directly involved in this one. People have always moved forward by recording the past. They can't hold on to the same values forever. That we even have phrases like old-fashioned or behind the times is proof that we've moved on from what we once were.
Do you hate Morgan Oberon?
No, she may be your enemy, but I don't hate her. Hell, I've never even met the woman. And you know, the story of this land and of the Fae she came up with isn't half bad. The entire heir of the High Queen is basically a fairy tale Morgan wrote herself. It's a dream she wanted to see come true so much that she poured her heart and soul into making it a reality. Whether it's a good story or a bad one, I can't help but respect the effort that went into creating it. Which is exactly why I'm pouring my heart and soul into defeating her. As a fellow fairy tale being, I want her curtain call to be memorable. Of course, we don't have a chance against her if we don't give it all we have, so I suppose memorability isn't really a factor. Take care of our Tori, Misaki. Like I said, my part is done. From here on, this is your battle to fight. All I want now before I depart this world is to see you guys win this battle spectacularly.
Can do. I like how that section was just talk no jutsu. And now it's time to fight. Ooh, I get a chest here. I like that. Section 24.
Morgan.
I wonder who we're gonna be seeing here.
Morgan.
Morgan, 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 Morgan. Morgan. Do they really have the Fae eyes, though? I can't tell if that's just like a thing they want to say or if that's like a lie. And ooh! Naknare. Though they were talking about truth, so I assume that means they can just tell if someone's lying or not. Truth detecting eyes.
It's morning. All squads form up. Roundtable soldiers who have sworn to follow the child of prophecy, northern fairies who have served me faithfully over the years, and volunteer soldiers from across the land. As of today, we are a single army with a single mission. We are, all of us, now the army of the new queen. Comrades dedicated to building a new Britain, ruled by a true king, just as Ensue prophesied. You there, Misaki. I can tell what you're thinking, and I don't care that it's not a more original name. There has been no word of surrender from Camelot, which is our glorious queen's way of telling us to bring it on. Fine by me. I've been waiting 100 years for this day.
Ah, okay. In game, it just means 20% less critical chance. Oh, that's funny.
Are you all ready to fight? To give your lives if necessary? Then let's show them what we're made of.
Time to end Morgan's reign and take down Camelot. All troops move out. Our first objective, smash through the main gate. So this is it. How do things look on our end? Is it all good? Okay, if the Fey Eyes are kind of similar to Mia's ability. Oh, that's pretty fun. You can tell emotions and stuff too. The Round Table Army's first division includes you, Artoria and Da Vinci. The second division includes Muramasa and Grimmer. And in Noctnari's main force, bringing up the rear, we have Redra and Habitrot, who have both said that they won't be taking part in the battle. As for me, I asked to be assigned to the first division alongside you. Yep, Muramasa and Grimmer should be both stronger working together. Oh, her Fey Eyes is a passive that only unlocks after finishing Lost Belt 6. That makes a lot of sense for it to be, like, locked behind the chapter. Which is why I haven't joined in the second division, since they need all the help they can get. Oh, speak of the devil.
We of the second division came here to pay our respects before we begin our advance. Thank you. We'll be counting on your division to act as a decoy by attacking the ramparts while those of us in the first division protect the giant cores. I'm afraid you'll be all on your own out there. The longer the battle drags on, the higher our chances of being routed. So keep your attacks on the ramparts to the bare minimum necessary. Try not to take any foolish risks. Once the main gate is open, you're to regroup with the main force and follow Noctnari's orders. Yes, sir! We won't let you down! Child of Prophecy, Foreign Mage. No, Lady Artoria, Lady Misaki. You two stay safe out there too, okay? And take care of the commander for us.
Will do.
Come on, we better move out too. The main gate is protected by soldiers of the Queen's army, who are being led by Tamlin Barghest. Our job is to safely escort Noctnari's giant cores to the main gate so that they can destroy it. This also means that we'll be handling the Queen's army and Barghest herself. Artoria, you'll be on the front casting protective spells on the rest of our troops. Misaki, you'll handle the more powerful Queen's Knight, and
Barghest, right? What about the secret pact we made with her? I remember, of course. We're not going to fight her. Once we make it through the main gate, she should declare her allegiance to the Child of Prophecy, just like we agreed in Manchester. But it's not as though we agreed on a plan. And knowing her, I'm sure she's going to fulfill her role as one of Morgan's knights right up until the main gate is destroyed. So first, we need to secure a route to the main gate. Then we need to keep Barghest busy. That's what you mean, right, Da Vinci? Yep, Barghest should make her final peace with her decision when she sees you leading the charge. So even though it'll be dangerous, we're still going to face her head on. This part is just like what we confirmed before daybreak. Got it, Misaki? Don't worry, I've memorized the plan. I am good at cramming before a test. Yep, it all depends on how quickly we can get through the main gate. I got this.
I can't believe it. You mean Barghest is actually going to come over to our side?
Oberon?
Oberon, you're going to fight too? Yep. This is the final battle. Not much need for me to run recon anymore, is there? Besides, I'm sick of being left out. I may not exactly be a combat powerhouse, but I can at least be of some help. More importantly, when did you talk to Barghest?
Right before we went to the Lake District. Huh? You mean you didn't tell him, Da Vinci? Right before we went to the Lake District. We had a one-on-one, she even made us food.
I see. The timing would have worked out nicely, very efficient. The important thing is if Barghest really is going to join us, that improves our chances considerably. In fact, with a bit of luck, my lie just might become the truth.
Huh? What are you talking about?
A victory without any casualties. With Barghest on our side, we only have to worry about Lancelot. And as long as Muramasa and Grimmer keep her occupied, we should have no trouble getting into the castle. Great work, you two. This gives us a real shot of reaching the throne room without losing anyone. Percival, you guard Artoria. Mash, you guard Misaki. Alright, let's go. First order of business. clear away the soldiers guarding the main gate. Can do.
That's a lot of enemies.
But this be fine.
No fear. Oh yeah, I'm raising my bond with Sessho and Kiara because why not? And now that we're finally fighting, I can sip some water. Delicious. I have a cup on my bedstand. I gotta put it down nicely. And oh gosh, look at all those. Look at those cards. Well, this is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, why not? Let's do it this way. Woohoo! All Castoria. Amazing, much wow. And right now I'm being super alert to see if there's any like sounds or if I can hear any sounds in the house. Since right now I am alone. My parents are currently at a Christmas work dinner thingy. I wish I was invited or if I could crash that party. Like if they told me sooner, I would have been tempted to be like, yo, can I make a reservation at the same place that you're going to? I'm not gonna be eating with you guys, but I just want to eat the food. They're eating at a steakhouse for the work Christmas party thing. And I like meat. I like steak. So the temptation is real. It's super duper real. Oh well, maybe next time I can crash a party like that. And how was the potluck? It was good. I ate too much. I constantly ate for I forget how many hours. Was it like okay. 12, 1, 2, 3. I ate for about 4 hours. Yeah, I have problems. I felt fine while I was sitting, eating, or only moving a tiny bit, but then after I started walking, I'm like, oh no, I think I'm gonna throw up. But I did not throw up. I just let myself digest. Sat as still as I could for the most part, because I'm like, nope. If I move too much, I'm gonna feel horrible. I don't want to admit my weakness, that I made a mistake and ate way too much. But it was worth it. It was wonderful. I got to feast. I felt like such a winner. Though I felt a little bit bad because I wanted to help with the cleanup. But I didn't really help that much because I felt kind of poopy afterwards. Because I'm like, oh, I feel bad. I feel disgusting. I can't move. I'm so sorry. And no resistance to all attacks. That's fine. Let's see how this goes. Boop. But I did help out in one thing. AKA taking home leftovers. They're like, Misaki, you want some leftovers? There's lots of snacks. I'm like, sure, I'll take home all the dessert. Or at least half of it. Because I was like, oh, wait a second. All would be too greedy, I feel like. So I'll take home half of the dessert if you guys really don't want this. It's mine now. Ha ha ha. And man, that sounds good. I want some fresh steak meat. And oh, what kind of stuff did I eat? I had ham, turkey, potatoes. I brought Okinawan sweet potatoes. I also ate some other mysterious potatoes. I had some seafood chowder, some sort of stewed vegetables. Poke nachos, which was delicious as heck. A little bit of sushi. Stuffing. Butter roll. Oh, I love butter rolls. Some sort of pumpkin crunch cake. Brownies. Brain not working. And some other goodies. I just put a little bit of, or I took pretty much everything.
I was hoping I could charge in during this decoy operation. But these walls are just as bizarre. I mean, these walls are just bizarre. They're hot, cold, and slippery, and repellent all at the same time. It's almost like they're alive, the way they adapt to whatever I throw at them. Damn it! Camelot's walls are modeled after Orkney's. They've got thousand-year-old live oak trees propping them up on the inside. Don't bother trying to destroy them. They'll just regenerate instantly. It'll be faster to just pry open the east gate. We don't got tools for something like that. No choice but to hold our ground here. No, wait, hang on. You're a caster, right, blue guy? Can you make us a platform we can use to scale the walls? Oh, an oak platform to counter an oak wall, huh? Good idea. I'll just grow one right now. Aw, crap. Looks like your brilliant idea was a little late, red guy. Look up there. I know that sound.
Oak trees are scary in this world. Just 2 servants? This must be the decoy. Too bad. But at least you two should be worthy opponents. And since we've met, we can skip the introductions. We can finally pick up where we left off at Sheffield and the pit. This time, I'll make sure I finish you both off properly, now that I know how resilient servants can be. Muramasa, I'll cut you into horizontal sections and Grimmer into vertical ones. Doesn't that sound nice since you're such good friends?
Friends, I hardly know this kid. If you want to slice and dice him, you go right ahead. Nobody asked you. Come on, Muramasa. Let's show her what we can really do. Because if you want to let her chop you into servant chunks, then I won't stop you.
There, you see? You are friends, you think alike. That makes us even more worth it. Finding a good rival is hard, especially when you're one of the strongest creatures to ever exist. Like me.
That's so. Then you better come with us with everything you've got too. You still haven't fought at your full strength, right?
You bet I will. It would be a waste to hold anything back against you two. My name is Tamlin Lancelot. Prepare to be sliced to ribbons, you ridiculous divine spirits of proper human history. Oh no, is it gonna be a tough fight? Well, I shall find out. Oh, I do have to use them. Of course I have to use them. Makes sense. Castoria, save them. I fear for them. They're going to suffer here. Okay. Should be that bad then. But just in case, let me just put some nice craft distances. Boop. At least for our June, and then the rest will be wonderful, wonderful bonds. Bond, bond, bond. How am I sending them servants to help? The power of magic, aka Castoria's ability being so OP that she can tell me if they're in trouble. Or maybe I am the ultimate warrior like that. Master Misaki stayed up all night, drank a bunch of caffeine as a power boost, and can just summon willy-nilly. With the power of caffeine. Oh. Okay. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that, ma'am. Can you just, like, not do that? Keep thanks. Ew. Well, what do you do again, Gramps? It might be fine. Could be fine. Potentially fine. If Gramps goes poof, it's alright. Sorry, Gramps. But I want to keep her alive. And don't want to do that one. Meh. And we attacking good. Bonk. Let's see how bad this will be. And just sit back and sip on some more water.
君はもう私のものだ。
I know, right? If only Muramasa were a saver right now. Poor Gramps. Gramps is just here to suffer. Oh, she can do that again?
Ooh, that's annoying.
That is terrifying, but it's alright, you know? This be fine. There's no fear. And after I set this up, I gotta respond to like an email real
あれ
quick.
はいつ
Don't
か見
mind
た終わり
me.
の星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けて。アラウンドスカイバーン。
It'll be fast. At least I can play kind of while doing other things.
滅亡と創生はこれ表裏一
Foo foo foo.
マカプララよ
No fear.
終わるがいい
一撃
Don't
一
mind
瞬で
me.
終わらせる。石灰剣技開始。つなげ。ノーテンスアロンナイト。もうやだ。左。
Oh, looks like we almost broke her gauge. That's good.
両断する。
But still kind of scary. And time to set this up again before I finish responding. And there.
任せとけ
Okay.
はじけて。
アンサス
一撃一瞬で終わらせる。
Almost done with my response.
石灰剣技開始。つなげ。ノーテンスアロンナイト。そこだ。左。正面。来るがいい。
I'm so happy that I can just do work stuff on my phone while prepping this
やけどすん
other
な
things
よ
over here. But oh gosh, I was kind of hoping that if I destroyed one gauge, it would be like, ah yes, battle done,
とっておきを
congratulations.
くれてやる
But no, no, no.
ああ行くか
I probably just have to survive for some turns, maybe.
巨人
I don't want to use my command spells yet.
ふざけてる。
アンサスこいつで動くなよ
新年偽装展開。精錬たるコメ
And
ント。
before I submit, I just gotta make sure that I put everything nicely. If I made a typo, then I'm gonna feel so embarrassed.
ハイアングルトランスファー。左。右。正面。
This should be fun. Just rereading everything. Okay. Oh, they're still suffering. Hmm.
行きましょうなるほど行くか
Okay, if I
終
lose
わるがいい
single targets, yeah.
公開する燃えろ
That'd be smart.
新年偽装展開。精錬たるコメント。月光を返す。沈め。ノーテンスアロンナイト。
ここで私も
No, she went after Arjuna. Okay, I think I spelled everything correctly, so let me just press submit.
宿命
左。右。正面。来るがいい。
Yeah, I probably have to redo this. Or it'd be kind of funny if I can win. You know, I should just be positive. It might happen. I can believe in myself sometimes. You know, believing is good.
君に全チップをかけよう頼むぞ
Oh, what does this do again? Do-do-do-do-do. Nah, not that one.
お時間行くかああ
I'll just use all of him now.
巨人炎の檻となるウィッターマン
ふざけてる。
はっそれ
Okay, all good.
君はもう私のものだ。血も肉に触れても深い港に
Okay, she went after Castoria.
ハイアングルクラッ
Wow, look at how polite she is, filling up her gauge. How sweet.
Oh, and I'm so close.
あいにく首はもうつらねえよ
This might be fine, actually. Could be. Yeah, just might be fine. I just have to believe. Just in case I want him to live. Actually, no, I could do this. He'll live for sure.
さてここからだ
He removes debuffs, restore HP, yada yada yada. Well, he can offer himself as a sacrifice. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. And just for fun, he's just for that.
運命
やけどすんなよ
Just so she'll live. And at the end, I feel like using Merlin because if Merlin can destroy her, that'd be fun too.
あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン。
人の業を
His third skill is just so spooky. Being a sacrifice.
悪いね
Good job, Merlin. Broke her gauge. And of course, now she's
理
invincible.
想展開精錬たる湖面月光を返す沈めロケットアロンライトやれ
Ow.
そこだいいよ容断する
Okay. I broke the second gauge and I still have to fight some more. Pain and suffering, for real, for real.
切り込むどうだ
Now for more pain and suffering.
君はもう私
Since I broke 2 bars, I don't want to redo it. At this point, I feel like a redo would just be pain and suffering. Too much pain and suffering. Like, no, not right now. Hello, Nobu. Beautiful Nobu's here to save the day, as one does when you're Nobu. Beautiful Nobu specifically. Ah, yes, Nobu.
ハッピーエンドの話をしよう
Might as well. For you, Nobu.
楽園の端にようこそ
Look at all the burn she
そ
has.
こは壁もなく城もなく海空の始まりの空魂のありかを見せようか
Go get him.
ガーデン・オブ・アバロン巨人炎の檻となる
If I have to fight her again, I hope she doesn't just keep on spamming her with Phantasm.
それだけか
Like, that is just pain and suffering.
一撃
I'm jealous. I wish I could do that each turn.
石灰天気開始つなげロケットアロンライトそこだ
Ouch.
そこだ
Oh no. Boo, I still wish I could use my stuff here.
任せとけ
Well, might as well just focus on filling gauges.
切り込む
メッセージ
Okay. All good. Please don't go after
神
Nobu.
明偽装天
Just no Nobu.
精錬たる湖面月光を返す
No, she's smart.
ロケットアロンライト
Not my Nobu.
ここから抜け出す ここからスクラップいいね
Well, Grimmer can do a thing again. Yay, go Grimmer, go! Look at you being amazing.
とっておき行くか
Oh,
任せとけ
Nobu. I'm so sad, Nobu.
人の業最悪と共に灰になるウィッタ
ふざけてる
ーアンサス
Ugh.
こいつで
Oh, I do have to win this one? Dang, that's painful.
新面偽装展開精錬たるコメント
Especially considering how I can't use my master skills.
夢の世界にひとまず
Goodbye, world. Owie. Well, I ain't gonna redo this. I'm just gonna eat a stone. Crunch. Yummy stone. It tastes like pure sugar. A giant sugar cube. And it's delicious. Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
さてここから
That is what I just did. I ate the giant cube.
本気の俺は手強い
So worth it.
やることは変わらねえよ
So wonderfully
それ
tasty.
なんだってんだ
10 out of 10 would do it again.
あいにく首はもうつら
Oh
ねえよ
boy, oh boy.
望まれることを
Whee!
櫛灘姫を髪に差しおじかけ言っとくか
At this point, I can't
あれはいつ
lose.
か見た終わりの星どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです
Please, Castoria.
幕を開けてアラウンドスカイバーン
Ugh, second hardest chapter. The game is coming up soon. Or probably the chapter is gonna come up soon. Oh
真
no.
相解明
Ooh, hello,
完成
hello.
に収束鍛造技法臨界
Hi, hi. Welcome, welcome.
ふざけてる
Please, Koo.
木々の巨
Please, Grimmer, do a thing.
ふざけてる
Ooh, hello, hello. I am suffering.
君はもう私のものだ
First section I was in tonight was just talking, 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 and now it's just pain and suffering for fighting.
やれ
Tamlin Lancelot just felt different.
いいね
The Vargas fight was just a nice warm-up over here. It's fear. Tinges of fear. Lots and lots of fear. And I don't appreciate the fear.
とってお
It's
きを
not a
く
good
れてやる
feeling.
行くか
Okay.
人の業最悪と共に灰になるウィッタ
ふざけてる
Okay, all good.
ジョーちゃんの面倒も大変だな
Oh, it's understandable using her last for the extra shields, but I like using her first so I can gain more attack. I like hitting hard.
Gotcha.
How can that foreign mage be supporting you from so far away?
It ain't support, it's a strategy. It took a lot out of her, but I had Misaki summon those servants before we began our advance. And I used my own magical energy to keep them around. But that all ends now. This took a hell of a lot more out of me than I expected. I knew I was insane to try and look after heroic spirits from different mythologies.
You're mage? Then Sage isn't just a nickname?
The hell do you take me for?
Well, you just look like you'd be more at home throwing spears. Besides, Gungnir's pretty famous in Britain too. Aw, I thought you were a lancer like me.
What the actual hell? Muramasa, are you sure this is the Lancelot everyone's so afraid of? I know, it's hard to believe, but yes, she's a lonely airhead. But it's her for sure.
That's it. I'm definitely killing Muramasa later. And ooh, enjoy your Christmas party. Hang on. That doesn't make any sense. Your objective is to break through the main gate. The foreign maid should be putting everything she has into that. If she had power to spare for you, that must mean...
They did it! The giant cores broke through the main gate. And that's not all. Tamlin Bargus has defected from the Queen's army. Bargus the Indomitable is now on our side now.
Bargus. So that's why your heart didn't seem to be in this. Very well, you won this battle. Tamlin Lancelot has officially lost. Go ahead and tell everyone that the Child of Prophecy defeated all 3 of Morgan's knights. But that's only because I can see which way the wind is blowing here. Remember, I personally haven't lost. Don't you dare think otherwise. And she goes blasting off again.
Yup. That's a dragon, alright. That's the trouble with those dominant species types. They act like they understand the human world, but they never listen to a thing people say. Ah well, at least our work here is done. I'm gonna head back to the main force along with the division. How about you? I'm gonna join Misaki. Even with Bargus on our side, we've still got our work cut out for us, invading the castle proper. Gotcha. Well, good luck. Remember, Morgan's serious business. According to the first Grimmer's notes, she's never backed down from a fight in her life. It doesn't matter where she is or who she's up against. Once she starts a fight, she won't stop until her opponent's dead or she is. She's as dedicated and stubborn as they come. Artorial might be okay, but an opponent like that's gonna be tough for Misaki and Mash to deal with. So make sure you keep an eye out for them, and if worst comes to worst, you catch my drift? Of course I do. Seems like everyone's forgotten about it by now, but the whole reason I came here in the first place was to take Morgan's head.
That fight hurt. That was pain. And now for even more pain. Woohoo! But I am finishing this section for sure tonight. Hoo hoo hoo.
The main gate is open. Prepare to enter the castle now. The Child of Prophecy's team will make their way to the castle via the western route, neutralizing any enemy troops encountered on the way. If any enemy troops wish to surrender, let them do so. Follow Tamlin Bargus' example. Our goal is the establishment of the new order in Britain. One who can stand up to the threat of the Great Calamity. Remember, these fairies are not a true enemy. Do not kill unless absolutely necessary.
Shh! Damn it, Percival. Where do you get off taking all the best parts for yourself? Alright, two can play this at that game. Giant cores, great work breaking through the main gate, but don't overtax yourselves. Fall back to the rear. Ooh. Section 24 is the end of part 2. Okay, good. Wind troops, go help the Round Table army. Earth and Fang troops, continue your advance towards the castle. Split up into 4 divisions to neutralize the Queen's army. I'll lead the King Clan through the east route. Bull Squad, forward. You're fighting out front 2, Knocknare? I had a feeling this would happen, but still. You're fighting out front 2? Of course, I'm leading my own troops. I need to set an example for my subjects. If I end up getting hit by a stray arrow, then so be it. Don't bother telling me not to push myself. None of you would listen to me if I asked you to do the same either, right? This is our only chance to go toe-to-toe with Morgan. Last one to the castle's a rotten egg, Artoria. Come on, let's keep moving. We don't need to worry about Knocknare. There's still a lot of fighting going around the main gates, but...
I'll subdue the Queen's soldiers stationed outside the ramparts. Once they see that the Tamlin is affected, that should prompt more of them to surrender. And one more thing. Have one of the Round Table Army soldiers stay behind me so there's someone seen to be keeping an eye on me. That should put the other Rebel Army soldiers at ease.
Good idea. We know you won't betray us, but the other soldiers won't have the confidence. Still, are you sure you don't want to come along? This is your chance to defeat the Queen and become ruler of Britain yourself.
I can't do that. I may have gone over to your side, but I still cannot turn my horn on the Queen. After this battle, I intend to entrust the aftermath to you and the clans, and be imprisoned for my crimes. I see. So you really have thought this through. I'll keep an eye on you then. Once the rebel army sees the Round Table Army's resident Joker standing beside you, they should stop thinking of you as a threat. But don't think that'll be the end of it. You'll still have a ton of work to do after things calm down near the main gate. Camelot's upper-class fairies are definitely afraid of you too. So one look from you should be more than enough to keep them in line. Yes, you're right. That'll be the right way to use me. I would have no problem wielding my horn against them. But I am sure you haven't forgotten how I burned down your woods. Do you not hate me for that, Oberon the traitor? Oh, intensely. But now's not the time to go into that. We have other things to take care of first. Isn't that right, Percival? Of course. Thank you for entrusting us with the fate of New Britain, Tamlin Bargist. We won't let you down. Division 1, move out. The Child of Prophecy and the Foreign Mage are about to make their way into the castle. It won't be long now before the prophecy is realized. In the name of the Round Table, we must ensure they both arrive safe and sound.
They made it through the main gate. Only those free of sin may pass, huh? The problem is, there are no fairies without sin in Britain. It was High Queen Morgan's choice to have the gate acknowledge that, and still let those with sin pass through it anyway. It was her one act of mercy and they trampled all over it. Nah, it's not too weird to see Percival after the Christmas event. So I see no reason to be merciful to them now. I'll destroy all the rebel army squads in the castle town one by one, then punish Bargis for turning traitor. That's the part I must play as a Tamlin. In 20 minutes, it will all be... That wind. It's from Aurora. Huh? Fight? Fight? Okay, yes, fight. Fight, fight, fight. That's how it be. Fight. Okay. This is the calm before the storm, technically. Normal fight. And then scary fight. I got this, totally. Definitely. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Here you go, my boy. Take this. For you, my boy. Regular beefy soldiers, okay. Slight intimidation, but no fear. This be fine. For now. And away we go. While loading in, take a sip of water. I have so much more farming to do for the event. Oh man, lots and lots of farming to do tonight. But at least farming's fun. Oh, farm's super good. But that's for later on. For now, I get through this. Hoo hoo hoo.
推しは粛々し
Wee.
悪の剣によって裁かれる
あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン。
Now for big damage. Please do the thing, my boy.
星の灯火が消え諸人は運命を裁かれるマハープララが帰る帰る
I wish I could be farming right now too, to an extent. I can train my Digimon a bit, maybe tonight or tomorrow, depending how I feel. I mainly gotta do the Christmas event though. Oh man, that's gonna hurt me. It hurts me the most. So this is Camelot, the city Queen Morgan built. But this is no time to be admiring it. The pool of magical energy stored here is incredible. I've seen many magical reactor cores before, but this easily surpasses them all. Yep, it's both the far end of the world and its center. And it's just as strong as the tower at the ends of the world we saw in the holy city of Camelot. And no matter how much things are going our way, we can't forget that Morgan still has a sacred lance. Be on your guard, everyone. There's still a chance she'll try to use Rangominiad against us. So we need to make our way into the castle before she destroys the whole city. You said it. Right, we can't let Morgan do that. Not to Camelot, the city of the Round Table.
Rangominiad? Excuse me, Lady Da Vinci. But what is Rangominiad? Is it the name of a Tamlin? Though if it were, I'm sure I would have heard it before.
Huh?
You know, Rangominiad, it's a thing?
It's the lance they had right at the main gate. Have you guys really never heard of it? It's a truly massive burst of magical energy which can make a hole in the ground almost the size of the pit. No, wait, that's right. Of course you're right. Not a single person in Britain has ever seen Rangominiad's light before. Morgan didn't use the sacred lance to conquer Britain. If she had, the aftermath would be impossible to miss. Huh? But what about what Muramasa said? But Muramasa said she definitely had it.
Gramps, did you lie to me?
That's true. I'm sure Rangominiad does exist here. But she's still never used it, which means she must have conquered Britain on her own. So then, why does she have fairies pay the existence tax? If she doesn't need it for Rangominiad, what's all this magical energy being used for? Good question, Da Vinci.
Tamlin Bargus has surrendered to the rebel army and forsaken her duty to guard the main gate. After briefly circling Camelot's airspace, Tamlin Lancelot has disappeared to parts unknown. There have been no reports of her defeat, so we believe that she has deserted her post in defiance of her orders. The rebel army currently controls 60% of Camelot. 42 of the Queen's Knights are still able to fight. We have blocked off the castle's entrance using the movable partition, but we believe it is only a matter of time until the rebel army breaks through that as well. I can't believe it! They got through the main gate. Bargus turned traitor. You see, I always knew that we should never have trusted that damn black dog, let alone given her territory of her own.
Not gonna raid tame giants? Why do the northern fairies even have creatures like that there? This is exactly what I hate about northerners. Those ticks don't know the first thing about politics or economics. Huh? Just look at what those barbarians are doing to my prize shop. That's it. I demand the High Queen compensate me for damages. I haven't been paying for insurance all this time for nothing.
Now Lady Lancelot is gone too. Then who's going to kill the rebels? No, I can't have Nocturne right here. I've been bad-mouthing her every day for years. She'll kill me for sure.
Oh, but the Child of Prophecy will save me, right? Right? Could it actually be that? Could the High Queen's army lose? But then, what's going to happen to us? High Queen Morgan. Oh, wise and fair High Queen Morgan. What are we going to do? Should we surrender to them now? Maybe they'll stop if you give yourself up.
You are right to be concerned. Bargus has revolted. Lancelot has defied her orders. The main gate has been smashed, and it's only a matter of time until the rebels control the city. Very well. The time for games with Tamlin have come to an end. I shall change the course of this battle.
Oh? Whoa, the High Queen just stood up on her throne. This is wonderful. 3 cheers for Her Majesty. The behavior of these fairies, they remind me of spoiled brats. Like, oh my gosh, look what they did to my toys. They're trampling on my stuff. How dare they? Mama Morgan, help me. But now what? The rebels aren't going to stop just because she got up, right?
Silence, officials! Prostrate yourselves along the wall, and shed tears of adoration. The High Queen is about to join the fray. This shall now be Her Majesty's battlefield. It has been 2,000 years since I last exerted myself. I shall have to take care not to break them utterly in the opening moments.
That is terrifying to announce, ma'am. She's just like, I'm gonna be a little rusty. It's been 2,000 years after all. And now the tough fight, huh? That's strange. Shouldn't we be at the castle by now? I could have sworn it was a straight shot to the castle before. I got lost.
This must be the movable partition my sis I heard about. They said it could be used to alter the positions of Camelot's ramparts, and even some of its buildings.
Oh, that explains it. I thought things looked different from the last time we were here. I see. Then I guess some of these large buildings are actually a part of the rampart. In fact, now that I'm really looking, I can even see the rails in the ground. Even if they're only used to slide things horizontally, that's still impressive. That means we won't be able to take the route to the castle as we have it on our map. If they can move buildings around as they like, they can just easily block off the entrance to the castle.
Oh, you're right. Of course they could do that, or they would do that. Thank you, Mash. You've been a big help. If you hadn't said anything, I would have kept blindly searching for the entrance like an idiot.
Not at all. I didn't do anything really. I know I haven't had any time to talk to this lost but version of Percival, but he's nothing like I imagined, if anything. It feels like I'm talking to someone around my own age. So we can't trust our eyes to take us where we need to go, huh? In that case, it must be over there. The strongest magical energy signal is over that way, so that must be where the throne is.
Understood, Itoyo. Get the word out to the other troops. Tell them Camelot's terrain is malleable, so the maps may be unreliable.
So, you just want me to send an unencrypted message to anyone and everyone? No problem. Is that wind? It's a wind tiding, a technique the Wind Clan use to carry their voices over long distances. The big problem is that the other fairies can hear what you say too, so it's not good for secrecy. I guess only the most powerful Wind Clan fairies can use it to speak exclusively to specific individuals. I see. So you can't use it for clandestine purposes. But it's perfect if you want to get the word out to lots of people at once. I guess that means Nocturne will hear it too, but that's okay. Right now, getting into the castle is our top priority.
Right. I'd like to settle things before the Queen's Knights have a chance to regroup.
Hang on, is that Ash normal? Does that wind tiding thing usually make it rain ash too? Artoria! Mash? So that shield of yours is the round table. It seems proper human history mages are lacking in fear as they are in respect. You've taken the gathering place of your greatest heroes, the symbol of all who have sworn to defend their country, and turned it into your personal weapon. Not even I would think to go so far. Or is it precisely because you are from proper human history that you have gone to such depraved lengths? Perhaps you never cared what means you chose if it meant your survival in the end. No way! How? And in the middle of the city? It's really her. Morgan, Queen of Fairy Britain. Let me summon you, ma'am. Of course I have come for you in my city. What cause would there be for me to wait until the rabble sullies my castle before crushing them? Camelot's throne is the linchpin of my Britain. I would never let you stain it with blood. Artoria, the child of prophecy, Misaki, the mage of Chaldea, and you, the servant who possesses the gallant Galahad's spirit origin. Well done in completing your pilgrimage. On that I commend you. Once again, judgment has been passed on the 6 clans,
Soon, all of Britain's fairies shall know salvation. And yet, humph, it is all I can do to be sick at the thought. The bells of pilgrimage are a temporary salve at best. The fairies are all too quick to forget about your hard work. They remember nothing of your struggle, your anger, your grief. Surely you realized as much by the time you rang the second bell, and yet, you persisted in your pilgrimage. You have taken what is right and proper from this lost Britain. I trust you are pleased with it yourself?
Of course not. Don't talk to me about right and proper. It was only born because you abandoned your duty. If you just done your job like you were supposed to, she would have never had to become king. I don't know what the clan's original sin was, and I don't care. I just want to fulfill my duty and be done with it. Whatever struggles you went through as Ask, or how the lands of the Fae first came about, none of that has anything to do with me. I didn't stand a chance against you before, but things are different now. So come on, Morgan, let's do this thing. Afterwards, well, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't know what's right and what's not. I don't want to know anything about my destiny either. I can't do anything about Britain's future or the outside world. I don't have some noble cause or grand ambition like you. All I know is that I want to win. That's the only part of myself I believe in.
I see. So you still know nothing of your true identity, even after completing your pilgrimage. Come then, child of prophecy. I will put an end to your absurd destiny myself. Artoria, my arch enemy in proper human history. You will never go anywhere. You will never change anything. I will show you mercy. I will change what you cannot. Forget about going to the site of selection. It is time you went back to being the miserable village girl you once were.
And now for the boss fight. Well, well, well. Decisions. I shall still go with Koi and Chihuahua. Okay, she has 3 bars. No one's in charge. She gains 2 ticks. Oh, that's annoying. Ew, she can remove buffs? Ew. I don't like when people can remove buffs. That's not fun to me. And ooh, have fun at work. I am staring at my options. Since she's a berserker, I don't feel too much fear. I'm just debating who I want to bring as my friend support. Ooh, that's a fun friend support. What that essence do? 50%. Oh yeah, Mysterious Heroine XX would be fine pretty well. I wonder if I have a friend one that I could bring. Don't mind me. Or I could just bring Kama. You know, Kama's always nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna have Kama bonk her really hard at least once, hopefully. Merlin will save me for a tiny bit with his invincibility. Merlin, save me, boy. Please, Merlin, do the thing. I believe in you, Merlin. Merlin. Oh, for the love of Merlin. Let's see. I'm just gonna check out my Mole real quick. I'm just curious what she does. Because I did raise her skills. I was nice enough to do that. But she's all enemies, which kinda... But she still hits hard, so haha. Just for temporary. Enkidu always hits hard. He a good boy. Yeah, Enki's always a good Enkidu. Enkidu always Enkidu the thing, after all. Kama, did I raise you? I forget. Oh, I kinda did raise your skills too. For the love of Kama. I love Cammy, I love Cammy, I love Cammy. Too bad she'll steal my... or get rid of my buffs. But should still not be too bad, maybe? And let me just steer a tiny bit. Did I even raise your skills at all, my dude? I kinda did a little bit. Poor Enkidu then. At least he still hits hard. Ma'am, what do you do again? I know I used you earlier. It'd be kind of funny to destroy her with... like that. Well, Koya and Skya could help me fire off a noble phantasm, so... it's not too bad. Because if someone dies, she can just power them up afterwards. Which is pretty nice. I'll put that friend one here. And I do have command spells, so it's not too scary. A little bit scary, but not a lot of bit scary. Koya and Chihuahua don't need no craft essence, I gotta be cheap over here. But I will give Kama a decent one, aka Kaleidoscope, so she can fire it off. Because I love Cammy, and Cammy needs to destroy everything. Why Kama, not Mysterious Heroine XX? Because I don't think I raised my Mysterious Heroine XX's skills, and because Kama's just beautiful. Because she's hot. Clearly I have like the best reasons for bringing people. Yeah, the greatest reasons, and they shall never be questioned kind of reasons. Totally, No, I love Cammy too much. I'm sorry. If I redo it, then maybe. But still, I love Cammy. I love Cammy. I love Cammy. Actually, no, I'm not gonna use that one. See, you understand the love of Cammy. Never resist. Never resist waifu over meta. All day, every day. Like, what strategy? I don't know her. Whose strategy? And what do you do again? I'm just gonna steer at these real quick. Yeah, that's kind of tempting. Might as well bring this one, yes indeed. Oh wait, I can actually put something on her. I can afford something, wow, amazing! Man, if only I had my own kaleidoscope, like another kaleidoscope, that would be great, but I've been trying to fuse mine. Because I have problems. It's still full enough. Okay. What do I say to Strategy if she comes knocking on my door? Hey, Strategy, nice to meet you. Let me summon you. Like, look, I have summoned Strategy. Look at me passively summoning Strategy as one dude. Now what do you do again? Let me stare. Okay. How many kaleidoscopes have I gotten? Good question. I do not know. I'll use this one first. I can use this one too. I'll just give that to Merlin, because why not? might as well.
我が後は炎となれ
And I'll just give this to her now. Because Molly's cute like that. Okay, every 3 turns whenever you are on the field. Negate the defense disadvantage. Okay. Okay, ma'am.
望ま
I
れる
see
こと
how
を
it be.
望まれたように
And now for the
あれがいつか
pain and
見た終わり
suffering.
の星どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのですさあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン
Morgan can't heal herself, right?
いやいや森の北条の
Part of me wants to try using just like a full stall team in the front just to see how long,
我が生贄
like how healthy everyone could be. At the same time, it would take forever, which is
踊り
not too bad considering I got pretty much all night.
手に入らないモルゴー内側
Ouch. A cursed command code? No? Does she? No idea what that means. Not knowledgeable enough.
ハッピーエンド
I
の
was gonna say not
話をしよう
cultured enough, but that's not the right term.
星の宇宙物々の楽園の端から君に聞かせよう罪なき者のに通るがいいガーデン・オブ・アバロン
I'll just have this buff for a little bit.
母のことガラクの
Good damage.
分断
Ouch.
死になさい
Oh, that hurts. I don't like that. No, she's smart. She is very smart, and I feel slight fear because of her smartness.
負けないぞ
Look at what she did.
もちろん負けないぞ
How could you, Queen Morgan?
そこ突破します
Okay,
先制の杖魔女ですね
I wanted to fill up the gauge. That's what I get.
死になさい白兵戦行きます簡単に終わり
Okay. And now to experience the pain and suffering. Alrighty. But still, no fear. What is fear? I don't... Fear doesn't exist here. And just for
最高の
fun.
覚悟君
何のために
She's gonna use a Noble Phantasm. She's AoE. Well, let me read that real quick again. Okay. Alrighty.
で
Whee!
すから
ご要望と
Merlin,
は
break her! Raise your gauge, Merlin. Thank you, Merlin. And boop.
おや行くかい
あれはいつか見た終わりの星どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです
She should still loud
さあ
outside.
幕を開けて
Oh well.
カリバーン
切り込むどうだ
Thank you, Merlin. Look at Merlin being helpful.
あまり悩ませない楽しくなるでしょうそういいでしょう私の足元で許しを乞いなさい聖剣なぞこの程度落ちよロードレスキャメロット魔女ですね召し上げましょう
Well... She really does not like Castoria. Okay. Alrighty. But oh well.
照らせてあげる
I'ma just go for it for now.
愛の炎
Like, might as well. Okay, and be charged by 1. Level, da-da-da-da, nah. I can save that for now. Still, that was kind of oof.
楽園の端にようこそ
Oh, maybe I can break her gauge this turn though. That'd be fun. That'd be super fun.
じゃれこうでいっぱい
Okay.
無印 愛
星の宇宙に物見の
Dear.
楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のに通るのよ。ガーデンオブ
I'm probably gonna jinx myself right now by saying this, but this fight does not feel as painful as the Tamlin Lancelot one.
いや千の子を腹にし森の黒柳よ
Sure, Castoria went down really fast, but it's not like she's firing off her noble phantasm each turn.
サンサーナカーマ愛の矢という花が蜜蝋の天の先に
That's not my comma. My Cammy is
私の痛
only
みの皆
NP2.
神のあるところ
This comma though is loved.
どうか無限のようなまどろんで
This person really loves Cammy.
逃がすもの逃がすもの
Man, if only she fell for that charm. That would have been nice. Ah well. And might as well do that for fun. What does that do again? Just for... It doesn't really do too much, but... Quick cards are always nice. I just feel like doing that. I know it's questionable, but still.
はいはいやうわら喜んでくれますか
Whee!
となるべき母と子と堕落の
おっと
死になさい消えなさ
Goodbye,
ひ
Merlin.
とまず
Morgan is very, very smart, going after the ones who are support.
い振りメルギティ
Well, I could give that to Kama because Kama cute. And why would I resist the cuteness? You know, never resist cuteness. Cuteness is always nice. Yes, cuteness, for the love of cuteness. Of course, of course. Yes, for the cuteness. And Kama should be able to break her in this turn. For sure, Kama can do it. For the cuteness. Yeah, for the love of cuteness.
はいはいさあ情欲の矢を放ちましょう
You got this, Kama. I love Cammy.
すべてはつながり虚空と果てるサンサーラこのようなカーマ
There, she broke
冤罪
her.
を与えます
Great job, Cammy.
どうにか
We believe in
手を
her.
照らす
See how wonderful she is. And look at all those critical stars. They are beautiful.
分断する満足いただけましたか
Goodbye, Kama.
怒ら死になさいさてどこから潰したものか
No, I'm pretty sure I can defeat her if I use my command spells. My thought was if I can't at least break her 2 bars, then I would redo it for sure. But dang, look at all her buffs. Like, sheesh. But still not as scary as Tamlin Lancelot. Don't want to do that one? Why not? NP charge, of course. Of course, of course. She'll get rid of my buffs anyway, or destroy me, so meh. It is what it is.
出廷制
I
です
love
よ
Cammy.
神の法廷そんなに欲しいんだ
Now, how much damage will this do?
いや森に北条の担い手よいや
Okay.
千の子を腹にし森の黒柳よ我が生贄を受け取りたまえマッシュルディトレイズこのような 命令があれば撃ちますよ。でもどんな風になっちゃっても知りません。
Look at you being cute.
行きます。
Like, look at how precious Kama is. She's doing wonderful.
そういいでしょう。私の
She's too precious for this world.
落ちよ。
And that's why she must be destroyed. Because she's too
ひど
cute.
くないですか。畜生が手に入
Well, sorry, or not Kama, sorry, Morgan. But yeah, sorry to Kama too for letting her suffer. But Morgan, look at this. You see these command spells? Lick. Blup, blup, blup.
Delicious.
And now they're gone for a few days, but it was worth it. They are the tastiest things here. So delicious. And because they're gonna suffer, I'm just gonna go out for the buffs. Why not?
さてカウンティングオーバー
For the love of buffs. Buffs for days, everyone's buff
君
as
に
heck.
全チップをかけよう頼むぞ
Foo foo foo.
Ah yes, all them buffs. Never say no to the buffs. And I know, right? Better than I thought too. Okay, still don't have any of those, so why not? Just gonna get rid of everything anyways. Okay, let's
出
go.
店せよ。神の法廷へ。
星の宇宙物見の楽園の端から君に聞かせよう罪なき者の通るのガーデン・オブ・アバロン
Okay.
それはいつか来る兆しの星。
And yes, that is how I use my command. That was
あな
clearly
たは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンド裁
each time I use one, it's gotta lick it. Blup. And then I eat my ley limestones
判。
too.
王城の担い手よ。
Or on a super duper rare occasion, I eat a same course to assert
我が生
dominance.
贄を受け取りたまえ。マッシュルディーパレーズ。このような
And oh, that was good damage.
簡単に
Look at how wonderful my buffs are.
許すもの。式はこうしてあげる。さ
Yeah, my buffs are so wonderful, aren't they? Now imagine if I got to keep them. That would be nice. I get to keep them for now, but still. And I might as well give this to her. To make her hit a little bit harder.
負けな
And
い。
fill the gauge a tiny bit.
えい
Whee! Pain and suffering.
響くビート。
Oh, that was good for just regular damage.
それは絶えず見た滅びの意。最果てにありながら。鳥は明日。
Oh no, I can bring up Kama.
魔女ですね。
I love Cammy.
モルゴー。簡単に
Hey Morgan, look, it's Kama again. Kama's here to save the day. Oh, I think someone came home.
シュリンガーラより。
I hear movement. My parents came home from their Christmas party. They brought me some leftovers. They're like, you want to eat some right now? I'm like, no, wait. Wait, Dad.
煩悩無料せ。
I'm so confused though. They went to a steakhouse, but none of them got steak. Or at least they didn't bring me steak home. Mom brought me home some mahi mahi, and Dad made me some risotto.
どうか無限に。まどろいで。このような。
So I get to warm that up later.
満足のいく
I
結
want
果
to
だったかい
finish this section for
それは上
sure.
々
But oh, they spooked me. I didn't think they'd come to my room back to back. But hey, now I know what I have to eat tonight. Mahi and risotto. Yum.
You have mortally wounded me. I have not been so gravely harmed since my battle with Mab. I see now how you managed to excise so many lost belts. Now I, too, go to the same fate as the other lost belt kings you defeated. Be that as it may, I must say this, young foreign mage. The spells you wield in this isolated lost belt are so powerful as to defy belief. Should you have the chance to do so in the future, I suggest you think back to where things began. What is Chaldea? For what purpose was race shifting originally devised?
Huh? What? Queen Morgan's spirit origin has vanished. There's no mistaking it, We beat her like that? I half expected to have to fight her again later. There's still Beryl and Balba and Sith. We beat her? Hang on. Sure, she was ridiculously powerful. Sure, we're way too worn out to fight anymore. But she never actually told us anything. Not about Rangominiad. Not the truth about the land of the Fae. She basically quit. I mean, lost while she was ahead. We still have a ton of questions with no answers. Maybe so, but I don't think Queen Morgan would have told us anything, even if we had lost. She never did say more than she had to. Morgan, she was all alone right to the end. You don't feel good about winning? Well, no, I guess not. I mean, as wicked as queens go, maybe she was a bit of a letdown. I don't know, I was steeling myself for her to do something way worse. Kind of weird to think about after we finally ended things without losing anyone. You keep calling her queen, huh? You always called her queen, didn't you? Huh? Did I? I didn't realize. It's not like I meant anything by it. I mean, I definitely didn't respect her at all.
Excuse me? I'm not sure why you're all so glum, but the fact of the matter remains. We defeated Queen Morgan. Isn't that cause for celebration right now? I'll have a wind tidings sent to the whole army. Sent to let the whole army know. That should put an end to the battle.
Yeah, okay. It sucks for Knocknare, but it looks like we were the ones to finally defeat Queen
Artoria, you daft idiot!
Eh? Huh? Oberon? You are indeed blessed in your companions, Artoria. In that, and that alone, you and I are equal. But now you have lost one. Next, another. The servant who tried to take my head is gone as well. Those of you here now shall be next, I think. You will do, Percival. Thank you, Mash. That spell, so powerful. It came from the sky. No way. That's...
Did you truly believe defeating one of me would end this battle? It seemed, then, that I have been far too gentle in my rule over Fairy Britain. I should have taught you better.
Well, I did stay around too, but oh no. I was joking, Morgan.
Any capable mage should be able to create copies of herself, each with their own abilities. Look to the sky. It is time you face the reality of your situation.
The sky? Oh, my neck hurts so bad I can't look up. Tell me what's up there. Oh wait, I'm not fighting? Okay, I can look up. I don't think anyone else has noticed something is off. Blanca's reports. Soldiers screaming. Storms of destruction erupting all across Camelot. Knocknari's troops, Muramasa dashing through the city on his own. And other brigades that had split up are all being attacked by the same enemy.
It's Morgan. They're all fighting Morgan.
Could they be magecraft familiar she created? No, that's not it. Judging by the quality of that magecraft, it has to be Morgan herself. Those are thought copies, clones of Morgan with the exact properties of the original. How much Morgan do you think there is? How many Morgans? NP... what? NP 20? NP 30? The real Morgan still hasn't budged from the throne. She never needed the Tamlin at all. I can't believe this. How could I have screwed up so badly? I should have known a queen who's ruled Britain for 2,000 years wouldn't go down this easily. We should never have waged a war against her. We should have taken her by surprise and assassinated her. There was no point at all in putting together an army to match hers. Morgan alone is more powerful than every soldier in Britain combined. She could have massacred the entire rebel army on her own whenever she wanted, without even stepping off her throne.
Bollocks! Blanca, where's Misaki's group? Where's Artoria?
I shrink down to my smaller form and jump into the Sphinx moth's back, frustrated with the flimsy wings kept carrying me faster. I'm getting a bad feeling about this, not about anyone else, of course. I don't know anything about other people's fortunes, I only know about my own. And it's been telling me for a long time that my role is going to end here in this battle for Camelot.
Hurry! Hurry! It's okay if they lost to Morgan. They can always try again. But if they win, everything will be over. I just know Artoria's going to drop her guard once they win. Why didn't I warn them? I should have told them they need to keep fighting until they reach the throne, even if they want a battle or two.
And so, by the time I found them, it was too late to warn them.
I had to make a choice. Do I protect Misaki or Artoria? By process of elimination, I knew Misaki would be okay. She's a spectator, just like I am. Fate won't demand her life today. No, the only one I need to rescue is that idiot girl.
Yeah, no worries, Oberon. I licked my command spells earlier, I'm fine. The girl who always leaps without looking, has no self-esteem whatsoever, but is also fiercely competitive and frustratingly obstinate. The girl who keeps hold of her weird hang-ups like she's cradling a precious jewel in both hands.
Artoria, you daft idiot!
Well, I guess I'd like it if nighttime was warmer. I haven't told anyone else though. It's too embarrassing. I remember a winter from years past, a completely ordinary, uneventful winter. Dang, Oberon though, coming to the rescue. Thanks for saving Artoria. There was no time to run or even say goodbye. I hate to go out like this, but oh well. I guess this is just one of those things you can't see coming, like a falling chandelier. It's not as sad as the others, but good job, Oberon, rescuing your sister, Artoria. Now, even though it's a bit early to hibernate, I can feel winter's light enfolding my body. Like the stream from 2 days ago, that hurt. Now that was pain and suffering. Oh no, I'm fighting again. And it's a berserker. I wonder who it could be. Uh-oh. Oh no, there's an animation that's bad. That means pain and suffering. Bring AoE. Okay, that's my favorite. It was a storm that appeared out of nowhere. A curtain call given with no warning. The queen shadows that appeared in Camelot skies mercilessly ravaged the ground. Those who tried to retreat found new walls blocking their path. Any who thought to hide in nearby buildings quickly learned that the queen was willing to burn her own city to the ground to kill those who dared to rise against her. She was cruelly methodical. There was no hope of fighting back. The rebels could only wait for death. Soon, the advancing army's cries turned to screams of retreat. When they realized escape was impossible, their cries turned to despair. In the skies above was no queen. She was a witch, the Witch of Britain. She was an avatar of death. Her only purpose was to torment and destroy the fairies of the land. Oberon, everyone, Muramasa too? Are they really?
I will not spare a single member of the rebel army, nor the foreign mage, nor her companions. That is the price of thinking you could hope to defeat me after but a single pilgrimage. All foolish enough to hail you as a savior shall pay it. You and your mission both end here. My fairy Britain has no need of paradise or the outside world.
I will look for... Wait. I saw some tempting support earlier. Yes, indeed. Oh wait, silly me. I can just do it by level right now. Right now, level is great. I feel like... There. That's the one I was looking for. Yes, indeed. Katsushika Hokusai, because I'm fighting berserkers, so I should bring a foreigner, and... that's good. That is very, very good. Yeah, she'll power through easily. Because AoE, right? Yes, indeed. Okay. I got this. Plus, she is art, so that should be fine. And then... I could... You know, Merlin, let's play safe. Let's be safe right now. And then my boy, because he hits hard. And even more AoE, because why not? Well, Da Vinci-chan's always fun, actually. She's pretty good, honestly. But then again, there is my other besties here, like Mole, because she too is AoE. Again, just making sure. Yes, all enemies. I know I used it earlier, but sometimes I just skim, not read. Gil could do a thing, but let's have more support. If she comes in, that means she can just power everyone up. As one do. Yeah, Koyan Chihuahua is just here to give everyone some moral support. How sweet of her, right? Look at her being helpful. So helpful indeed. And then over here, Merlin deserves something too. And I'll use the same essence from last time. Right here, boop. And I can't afford to give her something, so might as well. Actually, no, not that one. Silly me, I was going to give her a different thing, like... In her case, maybe I'll just give her Kaleidoscope. Yeah, Self, that sounds decent. There, that's fine. Do I ever use 4 stars? Sometimes. But if I'm going to use lower than 5 star, I want my 1-star Jason. Jason is the greatest. I would be using her more. I'm using him more right now, but I feel slight fear. Okay. Okay.
落ち着いて普段通りに
There's 3 of them for sure. Okay. Well, no fear. Yeah, what's fear? I don't know fear. I don't know her. lots and lots of fun. So much fun. Yeah, I'm having like a blast right now. I'm gonna have like the greatest fight. Yes, indeed. No, I'm not gonna use that one right now. I can give her that right now. Heck, I'll give her this too, and then why not this? And actually, no, I don't want to give that one just yet because Buster. But I can do it this way. Whee! Yay! Look at her being so good. Ha!
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、
I believe in
あなたが
Hokusai.
星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドクイバーン。
Yeah, Hokusai's got this. She's fine.
本そじりしたそうか。本中知りへ導いて9月36
I should have given her banner a temple. I'm sorry, Kakushika Hokusai. I really should have. Just look at her. Look at how good she's being.
すべて見つめよろしい。
Ugh, they're buffing each other. They have the power of friendship on their side.
パパ
Ugh,
様お勤めだ。
nasty.
ひょんのものだ。
I mean, how adorable. Look at her. This is self-care. Self-care is important. It'd be funny using the same servant multiple times in a team like that.
そうだ。超こざいな。
Well, technically we could use like a bunch of different saber faces. Same effect, pretty much. Okay, no fear. I hate how their charge is off. That's gonna bother me. That is going to haunt me a lot. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. Come on! Why you do this? Look at what she's doing. Look what she did. How dare she?
さて
It would have been so nice if they all had their gauges the same, but no, no, no. They don't want to play like that. They're like, you thought we would make it easy for you. Joke's on you.
ここでもうすぐからよ。
This is gonna hurt.
それは耐えすぎた滅び
Or the next turn's gonna hurt, maybe. Actually, no, it might not hurt.
これはす
Potentially fine.
逃がすもの
Thank you for filling up her gauge. Okay, I appreciate that.
事実神戸を垂れよ恐怖希望も何人もゴールに当たわず
Okay.
今のうちに手に入らせ手に入らせ手に
Oh, two of them again? Or actually, no, no. Still one? Okay. Okay, okay. Well, we got this. Definitely. This
君に
is
全力を
fine.
かけよう頼むぞハッピーエンドの話
Super duper fine.
見
Yeah.
たようにさあ絶景をごろじろ
I wish their gauges were in sync.
星の宇宙物見の楽園の端から君に聞かせよう罪なき者の通るのガーデン・オブ・アバロン
あれはいつか見た終わりの星どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです
Okay, please give me
幕を開け
damage.
てアラウンドスカイバーン
I feel like the slightest tinge of fear, but
本中知りへ導いて9月36件体は大きい波
if only I could give class advantage. Ah, well. Okay,
そう
and
いい
now...
でしょう私の足元で許しを乞いなさい落ちよロードレスキャメラットすべて見つめますよろしい
I hate all those debuffs. They haunt me and I don't like that.
やります
Yeah, this hurts.
トーンときたよ ここであらよ
But I'm just gonna have Katsushika Hokusai just spam her Noble Phantasm as much as she can.
あまり悩ませない
Oh, look at how many buffs they have. Ew. I'm jealous. How many debuffs I have. Again, ew.
白兵戦
Nasty. How much will I fill up? How much will the gauge fill up? Oh, it's pretty good actually.
神社に
Yeah, that ain't too bad.
何のペペ様お勤めだ
And there. Yeah, okay.
ないぞあれはいつか見た
Oh,
終わ
this
り
is
の
still
星
gonna hurt.
どれ
Two
ほ
of
ど
them have the
遠
Noble
く汚れても
Phantasms already.
私は星を探すのですさあ幕を開けてアラウンドカイバーン
I might have to eat a rock.
オンそじりした
But even if I have to eat one, it's understandable.
36件体を大きい波を
Good job, Hokusai. Getting that much closer to bonking them.
そういいでしょう私の足元で許しを乞いなさい落ちよロードレスキャメロットあまり悩ませない
Curious how much damage it'll do.
それは絶えず見た滅びの意味最果てにありながらトリガースローズキャメロット
Goodbye, support. I should be able to break their gauges. Oh, I hate all the debuffs she just got. That is terrible. A terribly horrible amount of debuffs. And I don't appreciate them debuffs. Oh well. I'm just gonna have her hit super duper hard. And hopefully I can destroy this one because this one has the closest to, or not has a high thing, but ooh, I could do this, but no. I can't resist. I believe in you, Mole. Go get us. Great job. They're all out of sync anyways. What's the worst that'll happen? She has guts? Ma'am, you have guts? Did the boss fight have guts? I swear the other fight did not have guts. After licking the command spells, do I feel hungerful afterwards? I hunger for the taste of battle. The defeat of my enemies, and oh gosh, of course her gauge gets full. I should have expected that. Well, they're probably gonna go poof anyway, so I might as well just do this. Let's go all out. Actually, no, she might stay alive, but just in case, let me just stay a tiny bit. Well, she ignores evade anyway, so... yeah, I can use it. Might as well. Might as well. That's infinite guts? Okay, thank you for being a scripted fight then. I was thinking, oh no, I'm really gonna have to eat a block. In this case, I'm not gonna care about the order, I'm just gonna destroy the others. At least a little bit. If it's scripted at this point, I don't really care too much. Oh wait, she did that, I forgot she could... she could do that. Thank you, Coin Chihuahua. Okay, good.
森に登場の担い手よ。いや、千の子を腹にし森の黒
I'm
闇
hoping
よ。
that once I break all the cages, they'll be like, ah, yes, freaking fun. Congratulations, you win now. How far can you fight? I think I fought pretty far, Morgan. Goodbye, Clan Chihuahua. No fear. Oh, look at them all synced up, adorable. Showing the power of best friends as one do.
ならばこうしまし
I'm gonna go out in a blaze of glory.
ょう。星は
Yeah, I have to go out in a blaze of glory.
あ、了解しました。
Let's go, my boy.
星の灯火が消え、諸人は運命を裁かれる。マハープララよ。帰ってしまう。
Okay, they're about to party wipe though. So it really is the end. Hey, at least I bullied one of them, and of course she would heal 100,000. Yeah. I shouldn't have expected anything less. If she healed at just 1 HP each time, that'd be kind of funny, but at the same time, it's not as intimidating.
ここまで。
Oh, yikes.
ここで私
Goodbye, world.
あまり悩ませない。手に入ると楽しくなるでしょ。
I like how they're just showing off. Look at them.
すべて見つめます。よろしい。
They could have just ended it as that, but they're like, no, I'm just gonna buff myself even more to assert dominance. And of course, I don't gain any bond. No bond for me, no points. It seems I needn't have been concerned about Merlin aiding you. How truly heartless he is. I know, right? Merlin is so heartless. ... Good night. They're all... That's right. They're all going to die, and it is your fault. You came here with weak resolve, no chance of victory, and no trust in anyone. This is the result. Pitiful Avalon LaFay, my comrade who has blindly followed the prophecy to a dead end. You will have no thanks, you have no help. You will go unrewarded, uncelebrated, unrecognized. You will die all alone on a bloody hill, just like your counterpart did in proper human history. The Child of Prophecy's fate was sealed the moment you chose to save Britain. You see, you cannot save what is already dead. Rather than fighting me, you should have fought the duty you had brought to me, or the duty that brought you to me. Huh? Did she just disappear? What? Hear me? Can you hear me? This is Aurora, head of the Wind Clan. I'm sorry I can't aid you in battle, but I hope I can at least be of help now. I only hope every fairy in Britain will hear what I have to say. It's Aurora! Her voice is carrying all throughout Camelot. At this very moment, brave fairies are in Camelot, fighting to defeat Queen Morgan. The Queen possesses great power, but our love and respect for her has been even greater. She has personally protected our Britain for over 2,000 years. I am sure there is not a fairy in the land who does not owe her a debt. However, even bearing in mind all that she has done for us, she has done other terrible things that I cannot ignore. Those of you fighting in Camelot, please listen to what I have to say. Let me tell you of Queen Morgan's true identity, and what she has been doing in the shadows of our history. Ooh, spill the tea, Aurora. I want to hear.
Look at them go! Those pathetic rebel army soldiers are running for their lives. That's what those lower-class fairies get for entering Camelot without permission. Look, now they're calling for help after finding their escape route cut off. Why are you happy about this? My magic is gone. At least the rebels weren't destroying the entire city. Your Majesty, please stop this. Can't you, cast a spell that only killed them without damaging our property?
Yeah, look at them. Being spoiled brats.
Don't be ridiculous. This is the best show I've seen in ages. It's like a festival out there. This is how war should be. Humph. Then Muramasa servant is more durable than I realized. 2 more clones should do for him. 3 should suffice for the child of Murdoch? Your Majesty.
Eh?
Well, what the? Why did Murdoch just collapse? He's one of the High Queen's personal bodyguards. He should be way stronger than a regular knight. Oh.
Hey there, Woodwodes.
Bow down. Kneel before her. You are in the presence of Her Majesty, Guardian of Britain, Lord of the Fang Clan. Revel in her glory.
What is that? Where did it come from?
Guards, what are the guards doing? Woodwoes, so you are alive. Did you come by the secret underground path? I must have told you of it in the war against the Moors. That was 1,000 years ago. I'm impressed you still remember. Of course, I did. You told it to me in confidence, just in case. I have never forgotten, even for a moment. Your Majesty, please, tell me, Your Majesty, where is the child of prophecy? Where is Barrel Gut? No. Never mind trivialities like that. Why did you not send me reinforcements? Why did you abandon the Fang Clan to our deaths? Please, tell me, Your Majesty. High Queen Morgan. Reinforcements? Ah, you mean the attack on Londinium. What a strange thing to ask. I did send you reinforcements. Not that it seems to have done you any good. So you still insist on trusting Her Majesty? Very well, but please remember this. If Your Majesty tells you that she did not send reinforcements, then all is well. Because that will mean she trusted you enough to believe you had no need for them. But if she tells you she did send them, she is lying. That will be a lie meant to fool you, to conceal her decision to discard the Fang Clan. You were there. You know for certain that she didn't send reinforcements. There is no escaping that truth. If Her Majesty claims otherwise, then you will know she thinks you and your clan are worthless. Morgan! He's mad. Woodwose has gone mad. He's knocked Her Majesty down to the floor. Somebody stop him before he beats her to death. Have you gone mad as well? There's no way we can stop Woodwose. I know I'm not going to try.
Oh, Aurora really did play him like a fiddle. Especially with that last part. If she said that she did not send any, that means she believed in you. And if she did, that means she didn't believe in you and she lied to you.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you! Our clan has been loyal to you for 2,000 years. I've been loyal to you for 1,000. And you made a mockery of it all. You never loved us. You never cared about us. Die, 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 die! I don't need a ruler who doesn't love me. Die, you damn witch! I never should have trusted you. I should be Britain's king. I'm an A-ray. I should stand over all others. Fairy Britain, a kingdom just for us fairies. What a load of shit if it wasn't for you. Irk. You fool. After all the trouble I took to teach you manners. Your eyes are so bloodshot. You should see how absolutely horrible you look. But your fur is as soft as ever. Ah, young Woodwoes. My brave Woodwoes. Your fur was always the warmest, most precious thing in all of Britain. What have I done? How could I have been so foolish? I can't believe I had to hear you say that to finally understand. Forgive me. Forgive me, Your Majesty. I should have known how much you loved me.
Woodville just wanted love, but no one gave him love. Or at least made the love super obvious.
Your Majesty, thank goodness you're alright, but perhaps you should rest now? You're in no condition to... What are you saying? There's still rebel troops out there. They need dealing with. Come on, Your Majesty. The throne is this way. Please, show them how strong you truly are. Show us why you're Britain's rightful ruler. You need not tell me. Now, where is... Ah, yes, the throne is that way. No, Your Majesty. You won't be returned to the throne. You have no right to it. So you were the one who set Woodwose on me. If you are so eager to die, Spriggan, I would be happy to accommodate you here and now. No, that won't be necessary. I do often wonder how many years I have left, but that's not relevant right now. No, this time, I have a good reason to believe I can win. In fact, I think this may well be my only chance at victory. Fairy Britain was a wonderful kingdom. I doubt anyone else can claim to have ruled over a nation on their own for 2,000 years. It was, however, a little dull. Art can never hope to flourish in a nation that is forbidden from interacting with other cultures. A nation that experiences neither prosperity nor decline can hardly be called a nation at all. Britain is not your own private garden, Queen Morgan. It is time you put such childish dreams behind you.
Woodwose, what you doing, bro? What is he cooking?
I have failed to realize the extent to which you underestimated me. Impressive. Even were there nothing more than my head left of me, mere foot soldiers could never hope to kill me.
Hostage.
Balban. Sith.
Oh, look, she really did love her daughter. She couldn't fight when she saw that Balban Sith was a hostage. Aww. Thank you, Miss Witch. Thank you for doing all this for me. Everyone says you're a witch, but I'm so grateful to you. Thank you for doing this for us. Thank you for doing this for me, even though I don't deserve it. I do hope you can rest in peace now. You deserve it. In the beginning, before I had a single companion, I was known as a witch rather than a savior. One day, I woke in Orkney with all the knowledge my other self had sent me. The Morgan of proper human history. The fairy queen who entrusted everything to me, even knowing it would cost her her life. That was when I learned of Morgan's fate. She never found a place where she belonged in proper human history. She was born to be Britain's heir, yet she had lost that to King Arthur. For Morgan, the Isle of Britain was everything. Without it, she herself was worthless. So when she lost Britain, she lost her worth. She must have been heartbroken seeing what became of this Britain when she was summoned here. But at the same time, I think she had another thought as well. This time, I can succeed. Since she'd never had anywhere to belong, it was understandable that she would give so much to protect this place when she thought it offered her that chance. I had a duty to paradise, but I knew that duty would result in Britain's destruction. This other me, though, she loved Britain dearly, even this lost-belt version of it. I thought about it and realized I wanted the same thing she did. From then on, I chose to live as her. Witch! You were the only one to survive the calamity! But to do that, I would have to do something about the fairies. Countless times I stopped the calamities. Countless times I mediated clan disputes to end wars. Countless times I was cursed and scorned as a witch. Countless times I had my spirit broken. I did not mind. It was never the fairies I loved. I only ever loved Britain itself, and the home I would make there. It would be my very own Britain, something that was forever beyond my reach in proper human history. I did everything I could to make it a reality. Eventually, though, I realized the best way to do that was to keep the fairies safe. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this water. But I want you to have it, Miss Witch. You worked so hard. After many long years, I even came to like that method. I gained companions I could trust. I learned how to handle myself better. I grew comfortable with pretending to be a savior. Good at it even. I always changed my name to Ask, thinking it would make the fairy who gave me that name happy now that I was a savior. Later, I lost Londinium, and my companions distanced themselves from me. But it was okay. I would get it right this time. I could make my ideal Britain. That was my sole purpose for living. It was what the other me gave her life for. My very own Britain, my very own land of the Fae. I was originally planning to make it into an even more brutal country, but I relented so as not to make her too sad. I let my subjects laugh. I let them have fun. I let them forge connections and make advancements. I hope this state of affairs continues forever and ever. I am a traitor to humanity. I had to turn my back on my duty to paradise to accomplish it, but I made my dream come true. I know this place is cut off from the outside thanks to that wall at the ends of the world, but is still in the same place geographically. I expect that one day guests in proper human history will come to pay it a visit. When they do, I'd like to ask them what they think of it. Is it beautiful? Is it like a dream made real? I hope they think it is. Nothing could possibly make me happier. Welcome to Fairy Britain, fair guests. I hope you remember its beauty for the rest of your lives. Well, certain places were really fun and beautiful.
Huh?
Huff.
I told you. How you underestimated me. That even as no more than a head, I could... What should we do now? Spriggan's trying to overthrow the queen, right?
Does it mean that Spriggan's the new king? But Queen Morgan's still alive.
Yeah, but she can only use her left hand now. How can she defeat a rebel army like that? Hang on. Then what will happen to us? The rebels will kill us. Should we help Her Majesty? Spriggan won't stand a chance against the rebels. Maybe Queen Morgan can still do something if she gets back to the throne? No way! Just look at what a mess she is in now. I don't want to touch her. Besides, showing either side support could go badly for us. Yeah, good point. We should just see how things play out and go with the winner.
However, even bearing in mind all she has done for us, she has done other terrible things that I cannot ignore. Yeah, they must just stand there all day. Those of you fighting in Camelot, please listen to what I have to say. Let me tell you of Queen Morgan's true identity and what she has been doing in the shadows of our history.
That's the wind tidings from Aurora. What is she going to tell us?
Everything that's happened here in Fairy Britain has been one woman's selfish scheme. Ace the Savior is remembered for having saved Fae kind in the Fae era. But she was never a fairy of this Britain. She is an enemy who came from another world. Her goal, her only goal was to rule Britain for herself. To that end, she summoned countless calamities and broke the bonds that bind our clans. The worst of her crimes was the destruction of Londinium. Uther was supposed to be Britain's rightful king, and she killed him, shattering the unity of the clans. All because she couldn't stand anyone else being king. Then thanks to all the blood spilled and hatred fomented through the conflict, the Great Calamity became the worst one in history. There are only a few fairies left who were still alive back then to remember this. But 2,000 years ago, our Britain was completely destroyed. I still feel the same way about Aurora, as in... great as a friend, but horrible as an enemy. Like, oh no, never be Aurora's enemy. She's the type to use sweet words to get others. She is a master manipulator. Which is why I'm happy she's on my side.
Huh? What's Aurora talking about? Us destroyed? That can't be right. If that was true, were there still fairies around today?
No. Perhaps it would have been better if the Great Calamity had wiped us out. At least then, the few fairies who survived could have gone on to create a peaceful Britain. But that never happened. After Aske, Morgan the Witch survived Londinium's destruction, she hatched a truly terrible scheme. She decided to use our precious world tree for her own selfish desires. She stole the magical energy stored inside the tree, leaving it a dry, dead husk in the process, and used that energy to resurrect us. I believe the method she used is known as the Chaldean summoning system. The command spells we all bear were not inscribed on us in Camelot. We are born with them. They are a sign that we are Morgan's slaves, that our only purpose is to offer up our time and magical energy to her. This is how the witch created her new Britain, and had the audacity to call it the Era of the High Queen. The reason Britain's land has never expanded further, why we cannot make effective use of humans, and why the Great Calamities destroy our land, is all because she made it that way. Please know this, for over 2,000 years, the fairies of Britain have been used and abused solely to satisfy the witch's greed. Morgan is that witch. She is a false king who came from paradise to rule over us. While she is to be commended for protecting Britain from the Moors, she is unworthy of our love or respect. So please, fairies of Camelot, ask yourself this. Who is Britain's true enemy? To whom should we entrust our land?
How could she do that to us? She's terrible, horrible.
You're right, she is. How did she call herself a queen? Really, when you think about it, what do we need her for anyway?
Uh-oh. They're even more worked up than I expected. Go back to where you came from, witch. You don't belong here. Damn, even throwing things at her isn't stopping her. Fine then. We'll just have to use the soldiers' swords. Yeah, good idea. You can't fool us any longer, witch. What are you?
Shut up. It's all your fault the world is so terrible.
You're wrong. I must get back to the throne without me.
How dare you destroy our world over and over, especially when you can't do anything on your own. Wow, look at these brats. The fairies in this area they truly are brats.
Stop. Somebody, please. Witch.
You could have made a much better world, but no. You just had to be lazy about it. Says the lazy ones who just stand there all day, just talking shit.
Stop, please. I must get to the throne. Useless witch, worthless fairy, false queen. We don't need a pathetic ruler like you. Put me back on the throne. I don't want to lose Britain again.
Oh, that is a brutal end. Just hear all the sounds.
Phew. She finally stopped. Too stupid to quit even as she was dying, huh? Serves her right, though. She brought this on herself by tormenting us all those years.
By the way, who's that filthy fairy on the floor over there? I prefer the ending where I fought her and she's like,
Good job for showing your resolve.
that surprise, or that part was... As far as we know, that's how the ending is. That bell, does that mean...
Attention, everyone! We just received a message from Nocnare's army. I have arrived at the throne, and have rung the bell of victory as proof. As for Queen Morgan, Aurora's knights executed her in the throne room. The former queen's officials have been captured. The throne room shall be replaced under the supervision of Nocnare's army. And Spriggan, who was instrumental in bringing Morgan to justice, shall be temporarily appointed to head of the 6 clans.
Executed? So Morgan's dead?
That's right, they said her body was horribly mutilated, and that we won't have to worry about a successor appearing. The Queen's Knights have been surrendering all across the land. And once we've recovered from our wounds, we're all to assemble in the throne room as well. It's a shame you weren't able to take the throne for yourself, Lady Artoria. But at least the battle is over now, and we're victorious! Things are going to be busy in a very different way now. We'll have to prepare the coronation ceremony for Queen Morgan's success. No, the leader of our New Britain.
Fairies are originally portrayed as evil beings in tales and all that stuff, really? I thought they were just mischievous. Instead of being like super evil. I thought they just played pranks. And played with kids. Then again, kids are pretty evil, so that makes sense that they'd be friends.
Why? Why? Why do you always do this, Bawan Sith?
She cradled me in her arms and wept for me as though she were the one suffering. But I'm already dead. I'm always dead.
I'm always too late. I only ever find you after it's over. No matter how many times you're reborn, this is always what happens to you. Every time you're used, deceived, manipulated, discarded after you're broken. You should get angry at the fairies who deceive you. You should run away if they mistreat you. So why? Why do you always forgive them?
I'm sorry, Miss Witch. I'm sorry I died again. I don't remember anything from my predecessors' lives. But thank you for always crying for me. But it's okay. Don't worry about me. I'm a hopeless failure of a fairy. This is the only way I can be of any help. So if using me makes life better for everyone else in the village, that must be a good thing.
That is not true. In all my many years in Britain, you were the only one to ever thank me. So I will save you. I will. I promise.
Aw, so that's why she made her a daughter.
I swear I will find your next generation successor before those accursed fairies do. And this time I will make you happy.
But I was still hopeless. No matter how many times Mother found me, I always ended up like this. Balban Sith exists for the whole village. Balban Sith always has a smile on her face. Aww, that was Balban Sith every time saying thank you. Yeah, no wonder why she liked her so much. She's like, dang, Balban Sith, you are precious. Okay, you're gonna be my successor, you're gonna be my daughter. As a kind fairy, I always wound up a slave to others. So after I died in Darlington and my soul was so worn down, I would never be reborn again. Mother brought me back to life and told me this.
You must be evil. You must be cruel. It is the only way you will survive.
Ah, no wonder why she was doing all sorts of bad stuff.
If it would let you live a happy life, even just once, I would give up my dream, my Britain.
I'm sorry, Mother. Even that didn't work. I do hate fairies. They were always so mean to me. I never had any friends because I was always so filthy. But then I met the one fairy I could have a normal conversation with. How strange. I hate all of Britain's fairies, but it was so easy to talk to her. What was her name again? And what was that city called? What happened afterwards?
She's guilty too. She's Morgan's daughter, so she's guilty too. Let's tear her apart. She made her lives hell.
Ah, gross. Her limbs are rotted.
What should we do with her?
We'll just have to cut her up and throw the pieces away. Let's throw her out the window behind the throne. She's done the same to so many other fairies. Bye-bye, Morgan's little princess. With both of you gone, we'll get to keep living in the castle forever. I couldn't stop them. I saw them pulverizing Mother, but I was too scared to stop them. Dots. I give up. I'm tired. I don't want to be here anymore. I know. I'll run away. I'll disappear. And look! There's a big dark hole right there. Carnunos. Carnunos, the scary god. The one thing Mother feared. The bright red eyes at the bottom of the pit. The lid of the apocalypse she could never close, even after trying for 2,000 years. Uh-huh. I guess that's her bestie, the one in the pit, because she knows it by name. If they throw her out the window into the pit, she'll just be like, all according to plan. I want to beat my bestie anyways. Though, oh, what an ending. I feel bad for Morgan's end. I'll save the interlude for next time. Since I have that mahi-mahi and the other thing. Oh man, I'm so bad. I forget what Dad said. I only remember the mahi-mahi part because I was so shocked by that. And true, I haven't checked the notes in a while. Hey, it's all been pretty much filled. Cool. And yes, I did finish part 2. I am proud that I was able to do that tonight. Them fights did hurt though. And yes, risotto, thank you for reminding me. Risotto and mahi-mahi, that's gonna be an interesting combo. I'm still so shocked that none of them got steak. Going to a steakhouse and not ordering steak. I feel so incredibly conflicted about that. That's why they should have invited me too, then I would have gotten the steak. I would be eating at my own table, not using their company's money, but still. I could have been the one getting steak. Sad. Now where the heck is Beryl doing all this? Beryl, you dummy. Stinky Beryl. Not being here during these parts. Like, I wanted to punch him during the fight. Or he could have, like, tried to step in during the bad parts inside of the throne room. But no, Beryl. Beryl's just biding its time. He's gonna be the final boss. I'm gonna have to beat him up. I'm gonna have to fist fight him at the end. Part 3. Watch, that's gonna happen at the end. He and I are gonna duke it out. I'm gonna punch him multiple times, and then I win. Woohoo! But yay, almost there. And I'll get there in time for Tunguska.
Foo foo foo.
I believe. And with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day and epic gacha luck. I get to eat the food now. But dang, so much sad stuff happens in this Lost Belt. Like sheesh. Everyone just going poof in the most brutal ways. Except for Oberon. Oberon's part was not too bad. But the others, like Rob and Wag, they're gonna haunt me. And heck, my boy Doga at the beginning. And even that mysterious fairy. Ha, so many feels. And I shall eat away the feels. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. I also gotta farm the Christmas lotto.